Hello, people of Earth. It's your pal, the Orbital Outcast, Rad Gnarly, coming your way with another low-key broadcast. Today is Thursday, and you know what that means. It's GWA night, and we're crowning new tag team champions in Fire Pro Wrestling World. But first, I'd like to say hello to everyone in chat or checking us out on VOD. No matter where or when you happen to be in this great big old world of ours, we are happy to have you with us. We hope the day finds you well. Okay, we have a lot of GWA in-ring action to get to. As I said, we're going to be crowning new tag team champions tonight. So, without any further ado, let's get down to the GWA News Center and see if there's any late-breaking news. Let's throw it down to Rad. Rad, do you have any news for us? Thanks, Rad. As you can see, the GWA has come to terms on the release of the Hell Knight Mickey Williams sound. Completely transparent here. Mickey Williams was complaining about their spot on the card being a part of the very early success of the GWA, and the GWA officials have repeatedly cautioned Mickey Williams about their excessive weapon usage in their matches, mostly due to the cost of medical, care for most of their opponents. We are up to our, up to our armpits in stitch debt, if that makes any sense, for all of the lacerations caused by Mickey Williams, and so. We couldn't reach an agreement on either him toning that down or he working his way back up the card with his wrestling abilities, so we have had to say goodbye to Mickey Williams. Now, this throws a wrench in our plans because, as we said at the top of the broadcast, tonight we are crowning tag team champions in what will be the GWA Tag Team Title Tournament. Now, the wrench that this throws into the plans is that Mickey Williams was scheduled to team with CM Punk during this tournament. So GWA officials have gone to Punk and have told him that he can find himself a new partner, either somebody on the GWA roster or elsewhere. So we've been assured that someone will be in Punk's corner for the event, but we don't exactly know who that is. So CM Punk and mystery partner will be one of the teams in the 8-team tag team title tournament. Now, 7 of the 8 teams are going to feature GWA contracted talent. I still don't know who Punk's partner is going to be. But the 8th team is from another promotion entirely. And the GWA is quite excited about this because they are from a promotion we haven't worked with before. And so this is our first sort of talent exchange, and there was indeed a talent exchange for the month, to start forming a relationship with, and I don't want to give this away, one of the larger promotions in North America. Has lent us a team in hopes of crowning them the first GWA Tag Team Champions, and what a coup it would be for that other organization. Now, before we get to the matches themselves, let's take a look at the bracket, and let me cross my fingers that my spoiler tags still work. They worked a second ago. Actually, let me studio mode it. Let me studio mode it to make darn sure. Okay, this should work perfectly fine. Hang on. Nothing should go wrong when I hit this button. Pa-pow! To get us out of the GWA Event Center and to today's tournament graphic. Good, my spoiler tags are still in place, at least for the first round, and then I can get rid of them once the cat is out of the bag, so to speak. All right, now as you can see, our first team is going to be representing the Squared Circle K, Keith Lee and Kazuchika Okada in team number 1 here. They will be facing the newly christened Mad Buds, Buddy Murphy and Mad Polly. Now, moving on to the bracket underneath them, we have Ilya Dragunov, the GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion, teaming once again with Randy Orton. They've had some success as a team on prior GWA shows, so it's no surprise they're teaming up here. When approached for any more information about the team, like a name perhaps, they just kind of grunted at anyone that came in the locker room, so we're just going to call them Dragunov and Orton for now. And they will be facing the Doldrum team of a former GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion. Hang on, Rasco Vixen! Thank you very much for the subscription. Thank you for your support of the Silent G unit. Hope you're having a nice day. Are you excited for tomorrow? I'm gonna punch some zombies right in the face. Oh, goodness me. Oh, and thank you very much for gifting to whom as well. It's so kind of you. Anyway, as I was saying, Where was I? Yes, Phoenix and Hino, representing the Doldrums. Phoenix himself, a former GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion, facing the current champion, Ilya Dragunov, on the other side of that tag team combination. Now, in the second half of the bracket, CM Punk, as we've said, has had to find themselves a replacement partner for the newly departed. I don't mean like off the mortal coil, but certainly from our organization. Mickey Williams is no longer contracted to us, so Punk had to go out and find themselves a new partner. I don't know if that's somebody on the GWA roster or not. We will find out together. Tee-hee-hee. And they will be facing the standard tag team combination of David Houston and Jack Howard, who have teamed for about 6 months or so now, I'd say, on various GWA shows, and have been quite successful. So that'll be a big test for Punk and whomever their partner turns out to be. And then in our final first-round matchup, El Tejano Jr. is back from healing a minor injury, and so the Junior Achievers are back together. Dragon Rojo Jr. and El Tejano Jr. will be taking on that mystery team in from another promotion that we are starting to build a friendship with. Friendship? So without any further ado, let me get my big dumb face out the way. Bonk. And let's get down to the ring. Oh, yes. I gotta make sure once I go down to the ring, I then take the spoiler tags off. So hang on 1 second, it's gonna be a little awkward for just me, just because I'm dealing with the one monitor. Oh. Well, yeah. Fair enough. You were as scary as the zombies, but now that we're used to your appearance, I think we'll be okay. Ugh. And you're feuding and fussing with Juice, aka Wolverine. Alright, let's get down to the next / first matchup of round 1. Let me get over to... come on, let me get over to OBS so I can get rid of these spoiler tags. Thank you. Don't need them for the match itself. There we are. See how this shakes out. As always, the creature on feature, Mr. Bigfoot calls for the bell, and we are underway. And as you can see, proud to welcome Jumbo Mart as our new main sponsor. It's Buddy Murphy in the white, purple, and black, taking on Keith Lee in all black. Keith Lee on the receiving end of those kicks to the face there. Normally the one dictating the pace of the action. Certainly in terms of physicality and brutality is limitless Keith Lee, but Buddy Murphy certainly holding his own in the opening moments here. On the apron there, also in purple and black, and silver, you can see Buddy Murphy's tag team partner, Mad Polly, the other half of the Mad Buds, as they claim they want to be called. Oh, good, thanks. I hope you appreciated that. I did that on purpose. Thought it was one of the nicer moments. I didn't want to tag Marvel or anything in that thumbnail, but I thought it was pretty fun. Did you like the placement of the logo, making it sort of look like your character may or may not be topless? I wanted to test that because one of my earlier thumbnails for 7 Days to Die was tagged for being too sexy, even though it was just a dude in a ripped up shirt and his belly was hanging out. So I thought, what if I put the logo across the green shirt that this green skinned person is wearing and see if they have a problem with that? No such issue. Anyway. Back to the action here as we're seeing Kazuchika Okada and Mad Polly for the first time for each other's teams respectively. Okada, the blonde opponent here in the shorts. Another part of the squared circle K with Keith Lee on the apron, as well as Keiji Muto and Kairi Sane, all 4 members of the squared circle K's first names starting with K. Couldn't have 3 members in the group, that would just be wrong. It does look good from the side. I mean, I didn't say it was an unflattering figure in the first place. It's just the green skin's a little jarring. But now that we got our garden goddesses on the case tomorrow night, we'll have Sheepy help plant some more things, and you can help dance around and help them grow. Both sides again refreshing talent as Keith Lee and Buddy Murphy going at it once again here in the first round of the GWA Tag Team Title Tournament. A one-night tournament, so you can see both teams wanting to pace themselves in the early rounds here, so as not to exhaust themselves fighting their way to the final. It'll be interesting to see. Hang on. Whoa, nice dodge there by Buddy Murphy. Almost got his head taken off by that roundhouse forearm, but able to dodge it. Keith Lee maintaining offensive momentum with a nice suplex there, able to get a tag into his partner Okada. Buddy Murphy fends them off, though, and it sends to the Oh, not enough time on the top rope. Hang on. Stealing the cravat from the playbook of Okada himself. But the problem with using somebody's own submission move against them is whom is going to be better suited to kick out or to break the hold. Oh, nice reversal there in the tombstone by Buddy Murphy. Finds him the time and distance he needs. Get Mad Polly tagged in. Now we got fresh opponents on either side, more or less. Nice DDT there by Mad Polly as we're getting closer to 10 minutes gone in this one. As we said, opening rounds in the GWA title tournament. Not the normally brisk pace we're used to seeing in GWA competition. Bit of a slower start here as these first round matchups are all about establishing yourself and having to go the distance. The winning team tonight is going to have to be successful in 3 matches in one evening. Hang on here, quick tag back into Keith Lee. I don't know if Mad Polly's quite aware. Now they know it. After the series of blows, take Mad Polly down. Thought better about tagging his partner, and Keith Lee makes him pay for it. That single arm assisted spinebuster of his, now just bullying Mad Polly into that blue corner. Trying to keep things near his partner Okada to get the quick tag in and out. Mad Polly able to counter though, center of the ring. And scramble back to his own corner. In comes Buddy Murphy. Oh man, impressive strength on that German. Didn't have enough to maintain the bridge, but I do not blame him. Having to heft over the 6'3", 250 plus pound Keith Lee. Nice double team powerbomb there from Okada and Lee. Square Circle K trying to hit that heavier offense. Oof. Buddy Murphy relying on his athleticism and quickness, as you can see there with that nice leg lariat. Oh, STO by Okada though. Back and forth they go, each trying to cut the other off so they can establish any real offensive momentum here. Not the best bridge on that German either from Okada. Too close to the ropes, and that pinfall is broken up immediately. Rainmaker maintaining his attack and hits the Rainmaker clothesline, but Buddy Murphy able to roll through. There's another German, center of the ring. Barely able to roll the shoulder as Buddy Murphy. As you can see, Keith Lee playing a bit of defense there, blocking Mad Polly's efforts to break that pin attempt. And now both men have had enough of the other. We have fresh combatants for either squad. Keith Lee and Mad Polly now legal. Hang on, Rainmaker to Mad Polly from Okada on his way out of the ring. That's a fine how do you do. And then a Spirit Bomb from Keith Lee. 1, 2. Oh, Buddy Murphy saves the matchup for his squad and eats a Rainmaker from Okada for his troubles. As we're cresting toward 15 minutes gone in this first round matchup. And the Squared Circle K squad of Keith Lee and Kazuchika Okada are ratcheting up the violence here. Trying to get rid of the Mad Buds in the first round. Oh, just picking him up by the neck, it seemed there. Was Keith Lee into another Spirit Bomb. This is going to be the wrong part of town, though. Buddy Murphy easily able to stop that count at 1. But the cumulative damage to the spine of Mad Polly is going to come into effect sooner rather than later as this match goes on. I don't know if we're going to get much past the 20-minute mark at the pace they are going now. Another double powerbomb, this time to Mad Polly. Squared Circle K firmly in command here. Mad Polly doing his best to keep Okada at bay with those lefts and rights. Nice DDT there from Mad Polly. Oh, able to scoot around Okada's attack there and get Buddy Murphy tagged back in. Nicely done there by Mad Polly. You can see what it took out of him. He's going to get a bit of time to rest on the apron. Hang on. Into the suplex goes Okada from the fireman's carry position. Buddy Murphy just grounding his opponent now, trying to keep him in that red corner. Oh, Kawada kicks to the temple of Kazuchika Okada, stands him right back up. Okada thinks the wiser of dealing with Buddy Murphy at the moment. It's Keith Lee tagged in, Buddy Murphy unaware of it, at least to start with. He certainly knows now. Oh, nice counter there. Spins into that stiff forearm shot. It's a more impressive power by Murphy. Body slamming Keith Lee to the floor. Now, This is a standard GWA rule set, so there are no countouts or disqualifications on the floor. Oh my gosh, what a neckbreaker across the knee to Mad Pauly from Okada. And now Buddy Murphy with a powerbomb combination at the 20-minute mark. Powerbomb into spiral bomb to the Rainmaker, but there's no pinfalls on the floor. Oh my gosh, Okada pops up and it's a spinning tombstone to Mad Pauly. Madness outside the ring here. But again, no counter or disqualification. The fight will continue until the two legal combatants get back inside the ring for a sanctioned pinfall or submission. Senior official Mr. Bigfoot powerless to do anything about the violence occurring around ringside here. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Getting back to some semblance of order. Up goes Keith Lee. Big frog splash. Too close to the ropes, though. Buddy Murphy quickly tagging in Mad Pauly. The two of them looking to make short work of Keith Lee here. No, Buddy Murphy thinking better of it. Electing not to save his tag team partner from that offensive maneuver by Keith Lee, thereby allowing Keith Lee to get Okada tag back in. Interesting strategy there. Swinging neckbreaker by Okada halts the momentum of Mad Pauly quite quickly. Oh, didn't see the normal crisp height and execution on that dropkick we normally see from Okada. All four gentlemen clearly worn down as we're getting towards 25 minutes gone in this tag team match. Mad Pauly just clubbing away. Not the fanciest of competitors, but has built up quite the reputation for their work in the opening matches. The opening match warrior, Mad Pauly, teaming with sometime opponent Buddy Murphy here as the Mad Buds for at least the length of this tag team tournament. Oh, Rainmaker by Okada into the cover, but again, wrong part of town. He was on the wrong side of that Jumbo Mart logo. And the speed of Buddy Murphy coming into play, able to break that up well before the count of three. Okada planning Mad Pauly once more so we can get Keith Lee tagged in, and smartly playing some defense, cutting off Mad Pauly as he meant to make the tag to Murphy. Unfortunately for the squared circle K, Keith Lee can't prevent the tag. Now we got Buddy Murphy and Keith Lee involved. Both men knock noggins and go down. Home, what's going on? Thanks for the raid. Hope you're having a nice night. I didn't even know you were streaming at the moment. What were you playing? Spirit bomb by Keith Lee to Buddy Murphy, right in the face of his partner Mad Pauly, who is well aware of the fact that that was going to be broken up. So Keith Lee right back on the offensive here as we're approaching 30 minutes gone in this opening round contest. I stated at the beginning of this matchup, you wanted to pace yourself and kind of reserve some energy because the winning team tonight is going to have to be successful in 3 straight matches in one evening. But goodness gracious me, it's only the first contest in the first round. And these teams are going for broke. Big bang catastrophe out of Keith Lee there. But Mad Pauly saves the matchup for the Mad Buds. Buddy Murphy looking to make a tag, and so does Keith Lee. In comes Okada. Squared circle K with another double powerbomb, this time to Buddy Murphy. Oh, Life is Strange 2 Colors. Dope. That sounds fun. Heard nothing but good things about that game. Oh, real low angle on that German. You see Buddy Murphy able to kick the leg out almost immediately, and then talk a little smack as he does it. Choke slam by Pauly. Got Okada in the right part of town here, deep in that red corner. Oh, Rainmaker. You see Pauly clutching at the neck. But Buddy Murphy breaks it up before a 1 count as Okada did all of that right in front of him in that corner. Oh, hang on. This could be an immediate tap out. And it is. Regal stretch from Okada. And that will do it. Hang on, this is going to look weird, but I have to make sure the spoilers are intact. Got to keep those spoiler tags up. The squared circle K eliminating the Mad Buds in your first round action. 96%, nicely done. Cross-style STF. Yeah, it looked like a Regal stretch to me. So Lee and Okada victorious. Okay. The team representing the squared circle K moving on. The Mad Buds not moving on. And the reason for the spoiler tags should be evident right about here. There we go. They should all be in place still. Yeah. Nice. This is so fun. I mean, it's not going to matter after the first round, but I will maintain the air of mystery while I can. Now, the only match left in the first round not to contain either a mystery opponent or flat out a mystery team is your next contest. The GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion Ilya Dragunov teaming once again with Randy Orton. A somewhat off again, on again tag team in the last year or two in the GWA, coming together at least for this evening for a chance to be crowned the inaugural Tag Team Champions. So Ilya and Orton will be facing the Doldrum contingent of former GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion Rey Fenix and Yuji Hino. It'll be a very interesting matchup. The effing bomb of Hino and the RKO of Randy Orton. All right, let's get down to the ring for our second of 4 first-round matchups. Let me get rid of that spoiler tag. We don't need it at the moment. Mr. Bigfoot calls for the bell, and we are underway. Dragunov and Fenix. Certainly no strangers to one another in the junior heavyweight division. I did a quick tally. We have 9 junior heavyweight talent on our roster. We have 31 of 32 roster slots filled, so you can do the math quickly there. That means we have 22 heavyweights, 9 juniors. I feel like I should hire a junior heavyweight to make it 22 and 10 for our 32-person roster. So that will be something I will have a week to chew on. More information on that next week when we hire our last roster member. The 31st member of our roster will be debuting in the second show tonight. I got to figure out how to not spoil that one either. As we now see our first look at Randy Orton in this matchup. As we said, they've previously tagged with the junior champion, making their exit to the apron, Ilya Dragunov. Rey Fenix, of course, associated with Raven's faction, the Doldrums. Here tagging with Yuji Hino, who we're about to see for the first time as well. I thought it might break down like this, the 2 junior heavyweight talent sort of matched up in singles action against one another within this tag team match. Likewise, the larger partners of theirs also matched up. As you can see, a nice short arm clothesline there from Yuji Hino, who's going to be working the back and neck to wear Orton down for that effing bomb. That's not what he calls it, but you know, we're going to clean it up a little bit here. And you know that Randy Orton has a bazillion ways he can hit that RKO out of nowhere. No, man, Whom, I appreciate the raid. Thanks for hanging as much as you did. I'd be pooped out for 5.5 hours of streaming myself, buddy. Have yourself a good night. Thrilled to see you. As quickly at the 5-minute mark here, Orton tags back into our junior heavyweight champion Dragunov. One of the many talent that is signed with the GWA and have taken copious advantage of our professional training facilities. Best in the industry 2 years running. If you don't believe us, just check out the year-end awards. We're very happy to continue to develop the already world-class talent on our up and down our roster. As now Ilya Dragunov centered the floor to be at the mercy of Yuji Hino here as Rey Fenix waits inside. There we go, Randy Orton finally called into action after that stiff clothesline to Dragunov on the floor. Oh dear, effing bomb. Nope, just the normal version. I mean, it's still devastating enough, but a couple of power bombs here from Hino. Followed by a huge clothesline. Big trouble for Orton and Dragunov. If Fenix and Dragunov stay the legal fighters, Orton doing his best to slow Rey Fenix down with that traditional headlock, but Fenix quick to break out of it into a Romero special, or a variation thereof. Interesting cross-legged variation. The leg lock there, something like a sharpshooter, but not quite. It seems like a different approach for sure from Fenix there. Oh, back and forth they go. Fenix getting the better of that with that final super kick into the cover. Yuji Hino running D, and they almost steal the win there. Sub 10 minutes into this matchup, but Dragunov just rolls a shoulder. Drops a quick senton splashes. Fenix and both squads get freshened up as now Orton and Hino are your legal fighters. The Viper Randy Orton can hit that RKO at a moment's notice, and as we said, Yuji Hino likes to soften his opponents up for that effing bomb. It's a different powerbomb variation than the normal one he dropped Dragunov with on the floor, I must say. You'll know it when you see it. Here it is. Boom! Big old last ride variant effing bomb, and Dragunov's there for the save it too. And needed to be, oh, gets dropped on his head by Phoenix. Doldrum's looking good here to advance to the second round in a hurry. Looking for that knockout shot. They can just get both Orton and Dragunov down and out at the same time. Hino winning a big strike battle there against Randy Orton. Gets Rey Fenix tagged back into the matchup, and here comes Dragunov. Oh, Orton spiked by Phoenix. Quick go behind, nice elevation on that leg grab, backdrop suplex by Dragunov. He starts to attack Phoenix from a mount position there, slamming him to the canvas. Oh, Saito-style suplex there from Dragunov. And Phoenix has had enough, quickly tagging out to Yuji Hino. Phoenix didn't get any offense in before having to tag out there. Assisted powerbomb leads to a cover attempt, and that's it! Orton didn't make it in time! And the double powerbomb combination from Rey Fenix and Yuji Hino pins Ilya Dragunov, the GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion. Oh, hang on. Let's get that spoiler thing up. Oh, wow. And it looks like Phoenix and Hino on a collision course with Lee and Okada. So both of the established factions moving on to round 2. Very interesting stuff there. Hang on one second as I'm live updating my little text file as I go along. Okay. Since this is a 8-team tournament, am I doing this right? Good. Since this is an 8-team tournament, the surprises are going to come at you fast and furious for these next 2 matches. Hey, what's going on, Rocco? Now, as we said at the top of the show, CM Punk was scheduled to team with Mickey Williams for this tag team title tournament, but Mickey Williams and the GWA have come to the mutual understanding that we are releasing Mickey Williams from their GWA contract. I mean, it is a reality, and we just made sure both parties understood the new reality of the situation. And that is that Mickey Williams no longer works for us, and so CM Punk was granted the opportunity to maintain their spot in the title tournament if they found themselves a new partner. Now they were allowed to choose from the GWA roster or look elsewhere, and we're about to find out together exactly whom it is that they selected to team with. Get the spoiler tags off, and yes indeed, this match will feature, only in the GWA, the reunion of the Second City Saints, as CM Punk's partner for this evening is Colt Boom Boom Cabana. Seen here against the Anti-Gravity Kid, David Houston. Nice pin attempt there by Boom Boom. I don't know if this will ever actually happen in real life, so I might as well get it out of the way in my fantasy booking. Second City Saints back together here and vying for the GWA Tag Team Championship. What controversial champions they would make, as Boom Boom doesn't work for us. David Houston now tagging out to his standard stablemate, Hollywood hunk Jack Howard. Houston and Howard, an established team here in the GWA for the past 6 months or so. It has been a number of years since the Second City Saints were a functioning tag team, or indeed had a functioning relationship outside the ring. As we see now the first tag into CM Punk from Colt Cabana. Jack Howard and CM Punk going at it on the floor. A reminder, there are no disqualifications or countouts outside the GWA ring. This fight will continue until the 2 legal fighters get back inside, which I believe are Punk and the Hollywood hunk Jack Howard. As you can see, some teamwork here from the Saints. Cabana and Punk with that double suplex. Action fast and furious in this corner of the ring here. Series of suplexes there again. Second City Saints able to take the standard down. It might just be the nostalgia talking, but it looks like they haven't really missed a step, despite not teaming together for some, gosh, 15 years or so? Hollywood Hunk slowing things down with a sleeper attempt, but too close to the ropes. Oh, spiking Colt Cabana with a brainbuster as Jack Howard and just leaves him there to go all the way across the ring to tag David Houston back in, and now an assisted powerbomb from the two stablemates in the standard. The Anti-Gravity Kid thinks he knows the GWA competition much better than Cabana. Sets him up for a pop-up Hurricane Rana center of the ring. Cabana just rolls the shoulder. I don't know if Punk helped him or not, but after the follow-up La Magistral, Punk certainly came in to help his tag team partner. Curious that Jack Howard remained on the apron during these pin attempts. Another pop-up Hurricane Rana, and Colt again barely rolls the shoulder. That time both Howard and Punk were in to help their teammates out. Cabana forced to make that tag in the worst way here. Now CM Punk eats a last rites. Or an Angel's Wings? No, that's an Angel's Wings. Jack Howard coming in to check on his partner. David Houston then thinking better of it when he sees David Houston handling himself in that strike battle with former MMA fighter CM Punk. Now the Hollywood Hunk in on a legal tag. Spiking CM Punk with that DDT, and then following it up with a ratings spike indeed. Rolls into the cover, but the wrong part of town as Cabana is in there immediately to break up the count at 1. Roll-up attempt by Punk in counter. Just gets a 2 at the 10-minute mark. Meanwhile, another Angel's Wings there. This time to Cabana from Houston. Standard not intimidated by the reunion of the Second City Saints here. Huge buckle bomb to CM Punk from Jack Howard. Pulls him away from the corner, but CM Punk, the crafty veteran, able to get a tag into Cabana and then send Howard to the floor, where, as we said, anything goes. Nice follow-away slam there by Howard. Defending himself well here. Big TKO to Cabana as well. Oh dear, Colt 45 to David Houston on the floor. Cabana now with a sledgehammer from under the ring. But David Houston able to fend him off for the time being. Oh, now Hollywood Hunk Jack Howard with a chair into the kidneys of CM Punk. We do not condone this weapon usage. Excessive weapon usage is partly the reason that Mickey Williams no longer works here. What are you gonna do, says Jack Howard. Meanwhile, in the ring, Billy Goat's curse applied to David Houston by Colt Cabana. Howard's got to get in there and break that up, if for no other reason than to save his partner. As Cabana and Howard are the legal fighters, and here we go. A clothesline from Cabana off the ropes. Hasn't stopped smiling since the opening bell. Has Colt Cabana. Able to quickly tag out to CM Punk. Eats a double powerbomb for his troubles. Go to sleep on David Houston. Cabana sacrificing himself so Punk can hit the go to sleep. Houston kicks out at 2. And now he's trying to get Punk disqualified with chair usage. Mr. Bigfoot distracted over on the other side of the ring with Jack Howard. Oh, Cabana quickly into the ring to sort things out. TKO to Punk. Now, CM Punk has that go to sleep, but David Houston also employs the upper kick, which is a very similar setup. Oh, amazing impact! Excuse me, the amazing red! Into the cover, but Cabana's there to keep things alive! Go to sleep to Houston! Oh, and the boogie woogie elbow drop from Cabana! Houston kicks again! Little flip flop and fly there. And Colt Cabana keeping Jack Howard at bay momentarily. Now he and Howard are the legal fighters as Houston survives a second go to sleep. Nice roundhouse, a discus lariat there from Jack Howard, trying to establish himself against Colt Boom Boom Cabana, who countered for that kitchen sink knee lift. Hang on, TKO center of the ring by Howard. Rolls him into the cover. 1, 2, Punk's there to break it up. Another go to sleep to Howard Houston center of the ring. Cabana, meanwhile, momentarily ties Jack Howard into the tree of woe and then meets a brainbuster. Big diving fist drop to the gut of Colt Cabana. Elbow drop follows it up. Howard working over the midsection there and successful in luring Colt Cabana all the way into his corner. Pop-up Hurricane Rana, center of the ring. Punk breaks it up at 1. David Houston, now the legal fighter for the standard. Double down between Howard and Cabana. This could be an opportunity for Houston. Quick enziguri. Roll up. 1, 2. Oh, Punk runs across the ring to break that up at the 20-minute mark. Cabana with a roll up this time. Houston able to break free. Oh, CM Punk holding David Houston for Colt Cabana, but Colt Cabana refusing to take advantage like that. Wanting to be sporting, and it cost him as Houston grabs a hold, pulls him all the way across the ring into a Lamali stroll. Colt escapes it too. Nice suplex sending Houston to the floor, but Punk drops off the apron, so Colt can't make the tag. Falcon Arrow. Colt doing the deal, but Jack Howard isn't legal. David Houston clutching at his neck. Hang on, Colt 45 incoming. Meanwhile, CM Punk's been tagged in as well. Houston able to fend him off and get Jack Howard tagged back in. Oh, Howard pulls Punk up too quickly. But a mistiming leads to a huge springboard clothesline by CM Punk to the Hollywood Hunk. Little Punk on Hunk violence and vice versa. Nice spinning power slam into the cover. Punk rolls the shoulder just in time. Spin kick to the side of the head of Jack Howard. Punk goes up top. Hail to the king, but a swing and a miss. Howard now taking his chances. Diving fist drop to the ding-dong. Punk scurrying across the ring, but I don't know how much Colt Cabana has left in the tank. Nice swinging neck breaker there by Punk, keeping Howard off his game. Off the ropes comes Boom Boom. Drops a big elbow. Howard back to his feet. Butterfly suplex for the bridge. Punk kicks the leg out at 1. Howard comes in to help his friend. Punk misses wildly with a top rope elbow. Houston tagged back in. Follow-away slam by Jack Howard. Houston and Cabana. Cabana with the snap suplex. The two men slugging it out. 25 minutes plus gone in this one. Huge super kick. Absorbed and countered with a clothesline by Colt Cabana. Nice suplex sending Houston to the floor. Colt Cabana not wanting to be the one to ruin the reunion of the Second City Saints here. Oh! Couldn't get all of that combination. Took his eye off the prize there. Colt 45! Goes for the cover, but he's too close to the ropes. David Houston able to scramble back to his feet. Air raid crash. Nicely done by Colt Cabana into the cover, but once again, in the red corner there. Howard's going to be able to break things up. TKO to Punk. Now Cabana's able to finish the combo. But Houston leans back and gets a tag out to the Hollywood Hunk Jack Howard. Cabana realizes it and gets Punk back into the ring at the 28-minute mark. What a move by Jack Howard to boot Punk out of the way to deal some more damage to Cabana on the way out of the ring. Oh! Into the Koji clutch, and that's it! CM Punk taps the Hollywood Hunk. And And the Second City Saints move on to round 2. Well, that's fun. I'm not paying attention to match quality, match to match. The SEO Koji Clutch combination, shades of the fallen angel Christopher Daniels with that finish. Now, in our final first round matchup, this is the other surprise. This is the surprise that we had booked initially, and then we had to deliver with the second one when that Mickey Williams situation presented itself. We are debuting a team from another promotion. Hey, let me get on camera when I say this. We are debuting a team from another promotion in the GWA Championship Tournament. This is a promotion we have not worked with in this wrestling universe before. Not in this generation, not in the last generation. In fact, in the last generation, they were one of the promotions that outright hated the GWA for how we conducted business. Well, this iteration of the GWA is doing things a little bit differently. So we have ourselves a talent exchange going on where we have Dragon Rojo Jr. and El Tejano Jr., the Junior Achievers, representing the GWA in this final first round matchup, taking on a guest team from another promotion. Let's get down to the ring and find out exactly who it is that we're talking about. I can finally get rid of these spoiler tags. As we get, and my face. As we get down to the ring, and that's right, that is Jack Evans in the ring and Helico on the apron. The Hybrid 2 from AEW are here in the GWA Tag Team Title Tournament. We are establishing a relationship with All Elite Wrestling. The talent exchange this month. Jack Evans and then Helico here competing for the GWA Tag Team belts. Meanwhile, Kenny Omega and The Undertaker are gonna go hang out in AEW for the month. So I'm gonna prioritize our fledgling relationship with All Elite Wrestling, one of the larger promotions in this wrestling universe. As we see Jack Evans going to work here against Dragon Rojo Jr. Dragon Rojo Jr., the masked competitor that just tagged out there to El Tejano Jr., coming back from a minor injury. That's right, the Junior Achievers back in action here, and they would love to walk away from this tournament, the inaugural GWA Tag Team Champions. And Helico currently in the ring and Jack Evans on the apron. TH2 might have a thing or two to say about that. As we see Angelico for the first time, looking to make short work of their GWA competition and bring our tag team championships back to their home promotion of AEW. Now, El Tejano Jr., Angelico, and Jack Evans all participated in at least one season of Lucha Underground. I imagine their paths cross paths during those taping sessions, which would also indicate that they have some prior familiarity in AAA. So I have no doubt that some combination of at least 3 of these competitors have, in really real life, faced one another across the ring before, perhaps even teamed together. But this is the first time we're seeing non-contracted GWA talent contend for a GWA title. Oh, he even has the TH2 gear on. That's awesome. I mean, it's on his shorts and everything. Man, attention to detail once they release the move creator and edit part creator for Fire Pro Wrestling is just through the roof, because it's got, like, you can see the Body Glove logo on his arm sleeve, if that's what that is, or you can see like logos and stuff that you wouldn't normally have. Like just some great work here. I feel like these are custom faces as well. Quick tag back out to El Tejano Jr. as the feisty Jack Evans has been frustrating Dragon Rojo Jr. throughout this contest. Mind you, we're not even 10 minutes deep here. Half of the first round matchups have gone a half an hour. The other was a decidedly quick victory, a surprisingly quick victory, I should say, for the Doldrums, making it into the second round. Hang on, big powerbomb combo here from Tejano, just spiking Jack Evans repeatedly into the canvas there. Able to fight him off again momentarily. Nicely done. The athleticism of Jack Evans has been second to none for most of his career. It amazes me that he is still as flexible and as mobile as he is. Able to tag out to Angelico and slow things down. Both established teams here. I would argue, obviously, TH2 has teamed longer overall, but this is their first time setting foot in a GWA ring. Meanwhile, the Junior Achievers are just establishing themselves as one of the premier teams here in the GWA, and no better way to do that than success in this championship tournament, regardless of who your opposition is. Nice double stomp off the ropes by Dragon Rojo Jr. Almost puts Angelico away. Jack Evans unable to make the save. Angelico able to power out regardless. Sit out powerbomb again by Rojo. Oh, geez, barely able to roll the shoulder there. I think Jack Evans may have played a factor in that kick out. As now Dragon Rojo Jr. makes a quick tag and a smart tag to El Tejano Jr. These two gentlemen content to keep Angelico in the blue corner for as long as they can. Nice positioning on this pin attempt. Angelico out at 2. You can see defense being played there by Dragon Rojo Jr. blocking Jack Evans. It's all on out Angelico to get out of that predicament, and so he did. Nice super kick by Angelico. Thought about making the tag, decided to go for a pin attempt instead. I don't know how wise that was considering the ring positioning. And now a nice roll up by Tejano in the center of the ring, but Jack Evans able to just kick him in the side of the head so he releases the hold. Now Angelico makes his way to the corner. Tags Evans back in. Likewise, Tejano Jr. tagging Dragon Rojo Jr. back in. Trying to keep participants fresh on either side. Big double stomp to Jack Evans. Angelico breaks it up. Tejano Jr. content to sit on the apron and not help his tag team partner out. That's very interesting. As we said, he is coming back from a minor injury, so perhaps he's trying not to put himself in as many dangerous situations as possible, you know what I mean? Limited work. Up top, nice diving guillotine leg drop by Dragon Rojo Jr. Drags Jack Evans away from the ropes into the cover, and Angelico makes the save once again. El Tejano Jr. content to watch from the apron. Tags back in now. Powerbomb attempt by Jack Evans countered. Now he has to deal with El Tejano Jr. Short arm clothesline. Sends him off the ropes. Spikes him with a Frankensteiner. Does Jack Evans. Trying to build some momentum here. Spikes him again, this time with a DDT. Oh my God! Step up Poison Rana by Jack Evans into a springboard back spin kick to the back of the head, getting Angelico involved. What a flurry there by Jack Evans. Angelico with that super kick, trying to keep Tejano away from his partner, unsuccessful. Tejano with a desperate tag there to Dragon Rojo Jr. into a submission. Hang on. Tejano playing D. Angelico able to break the hold. Bit of a submission master himself. Trying to slow things down here against Dragon Rojo Jr. Angelico sending Dragon Rojo Jr. to the floor. Gets time and space to get himself a little breather there. Jack Evans, you saw him sneaking around, but it wasn't able to capitalize. Not like that diving guillotine again by Dragon Rojo Jr. Tejano plays D, and that is it! That is it! The diving guillotine leg drop by the Junior Achievers. And thanks but no thanks to TH2 from AEW, who failed to get out of the first round of the GWA Tag Team Championship Tournament. Such is the competition here in the GWA. once. There we go. Oof, there's a bunch of weird stuff going on. Interesting. Maybe I can put this down here. Hang on one second. This is me doing text file maintenance at the moment. Boink! Let me put myself back on screen while I do it. Okay, just doing a little text file maintenance as I'm trying to record tournament results in ASCII. It involves a little bit of magic with the tab key and some creepers. All right, Colton Punk. Second City Saints moving on to round 2. To face Rojo and Tejano, the junior achievers. No rest for the weary in this one, as we have 2 more rounds of tournament action to bring you before this night is all said and done. And then we have a second show to present, which I've already half booked, just because I'm trying to spend less time futzing about booking and more time getting to the actual action. Didn't quite live up to anybody's expectations, but that's okay. Overall, we're still doing great. Okay, now that all the surprises are behind us, we can get straight into second round action. Keith Lee and Kazuchika Okada, representing the Squared Circle K, will be taking on the Doldrums, represented by Rey Fenix and Yuji Hino, in our first of 2 semi-final matchups. Let's go ahead and get ourselves down to the ring. Ugh. Let's see how this thing shakes out. I have seen some of the new PWI 500. I haven't taken a deep dive into it yet. I know Omega has won again, because he's been like, it's all he's talking about in the GWA locker room. That's the only thing I've seen. I'm assuming the rest of the top 10 are just, you know, the main eventers from New Japan, WWE, and AEW, like John Moxley, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns. Maybe not Randy Orton, but Roman Reigns. Probably Shingo Takagi. Maybe Ospreay. I don't know. The people that I would assume would be there, probably up there. I gotta think it's a really good feeling for like indie talent to like make the list for the first time and see themselves climb up the list type of thing. Keith Lee and Rey Fenix going at it. Rey Fenix trying to smartly ground and neutralize the striking power of Keith Lee, but no such doing. Both sides make fresh tags, and now Kazuchika Okada is in there with Yuji Hino, and Hino not shy at all about how he feels about Kazuchika Okada. Playing a bit of cat and mouse now with the Rainmaker. Back and forth he goes. Big smile on his face before finally flipping the man off. Once again, it's Yuji Hino here. Mind games with Kazuchika Okada. A trip to the championship finals on the line here for both teams. The Squared Circle K contingent of Kazuchika Okada and Keith Lee, and representing the Doldrums, Yuji Hino and Rey Fenix. Both factions would love a spot in the final. In fact, would love the Tag Team Championships to add to their stable. And only one of these teams can make it through for that opportunity. We have just passed the 5-minute mark of this, our first of 2 semi-final matchups. In this tag team title tournament, Yuji Hino looking quite good against both halves of the Squared Circle K equation here, both Keith Lee and Kazuchika Okada. Needs a bit of a breather though, so here comes Rey Fenix into the matchup. Easily overpowered by Keith Lee, sending Rey Fenix to the floor, where, a reminder, there are no countouts or disqualifications. Hopefully things do not break down as they have in the past here. Nice splash off the top for Fenix, but way too close to the corner there. Keith Lee able to break out without even having to worry about anything. Mr. Bigfoot had his back and broke that pin attempt for him. Hang on, big double powerbomb with authority to Rey Fenix, as Keith Lee and Fenix are exiting the ring. Okada and Hino legal now. See the Rainmaker getting countered there by Yuji Hino, who's really starting to come into his own here since finding his way into the Doldrums faction, led by Raven. Big suplex by Okada. Hino replies with one of his own, not really letting the Rainmaker establish themselves. As we know, the former IWGP champion loves to. See that? Goes into a pin attempt. Only gets a 1 count on Yuji Hino. Very respectful applause there from the crowd for the fighting spirit of Yuji Hino. Trying to ensure that his team of the Doldrums make it to the finals. Scooping a slam by Okada. Allows him to tag Keith Lee back in. Hino able to pull the big man to the center of the ring. Not all the way across to his corner, but at least to the center. Now lures him in there after a nice chop.
10 minutes now.
Ray Phoenix tagged in at around the 10-minute mark. Nicely done into the Tiger Driver on Keith Lee, but again, too close to the ropes. Oh, big shoulder tackle there by Keith Lee, who he himself climbs to the top. Frog splash. But Mr. Bigfoot's got to break that up. Spinning tombstone by Okada. Plants Phoenix. Discus forearm by Keith Lee. And Phoenix wisely scurries to his corner to get Yuji Hino tagged back into the matchup. Got to shake those cobwebs loose after that quick combination from Okada and Lee. Nice powerbomb there by Yuji Hino. Not quite the effing bomb, but a powerbomb nonetheless. These two big men slapping the crap out of each other. What a huge clothesline counter by Keith Lee there to settle that strike battle for the moment. Assisted powerbomb to Hino as Okada's now legal. Neckbreaker across the knee. Okada with back control. Hino counters into a sleeper. Hang on. Into a dragon sleeper variation. You do not want to give back control to Kazuchika Okada. Well, it's a one-way ticket to Rainmaker City. Gets behind you and goes choo-choo, MFer, and then just clotheslines your head off. I mean, he doesn't say that, but wouldn't it be wild if he did? All aboard, and then just clotheslines you out of your boots. Nice exploder there by Hino. Getting a bit of separation there to get Ray Phoenix tagged in. Now he's slugging it out with Okada. Forearms versus punches. Super kick by Phoenix settles the argument. I don't even know what to call that. That was like a moonsault 630 senton, and then he spiked him with a pile driver into the cover. 2! Okada out at 2.9. I was just gobsmacked at that top rope maneuver by Phoenix. I don't think it's called the holy crap, but that's the first thing that came to mind. Tiger driver by Phoenix. Great ring positioning here, and that's it. Ray Phoenix with the Tiger driver pins Kazuchika Okada and sends the Doldrums through to the finals. Ray Phoenix, Yuji Hino await the winner of our second main event, or our second semifinal. Woo! Ooh, 95%. Heck yeah. Actually pulled the overall card rating up. Beady beady. My popularity is beady beady. Little Buck Rogers humor for you. Beady beady. Okay. All right. Now in our second semifinal, the one-night reunion of the Second City Saints seems to be going quite well so far, as they got past David Houston and Jack Howard in round one and find themselves opposite the Junior Achievers, Dragon Rojo Jr. and El Tejano Jr. Let's get down to the ring for this other semi-final matchup. Colt starting things off for his squad. Dragon Rojo Jr. in there for the Junior Achievers with a nice sliding drop kick to the mush of the boom boom. Colt sweeps the leg out, smartly dragging Dragon Rojo Jr. away from the ropes. Quick pin attempt here, gets a 1 count in the early going. Colt wisely thinking better of things. Tags into his partner, CM Punk. Off the ropes he goes. Duck down. Smartly done there by Dragon Rojo Jr. with that duck down. Look at the tag into El Tejano Jr. Running drop kick to the side of the head off the ropes. A little something for Punk to think about. Excellent early work here by the Junior Achievers. Certainly a more established team here in the GWA overall. Not to discount the years of teaming that the Second City Saint contingent of CM Punk and Colt Cabana have done in their lifetime. Gotta be like riding a bike in certain aspects if you're a professional. And both of those gentlemen are. All four of these gentlemen are. Punk and Tejano slugging it out. Tejano getting the better of that. Keeping the offensive advantage on Punk and keeping him in the red corner. Hang on, nope. Spoke too soon as Punk's able to scurry over to the other side of the ring and get Colt Cabana tagged back into the matchup. Tejano paying him no mind. Back in comes Dragon Rojo Jr. Spikes him with a tag team powerbomb at the 5-minute mark. Quick cover. Colt kicks at 1. See Punk just chilling on the apron there. Reversal on the suplex by Rojo. Might work out in Colt's favor as it gets him closer to his corner to make that tag when he needs it. Nice counter there by Colt Cabana once again. Nope. Rojo Jr. able to tag in Tejano Jr. And we fight on here. Nice drop toe hold by Cabana. Almost spiking Tejano's face into the turnbuckle there, the bottom rope at least. Loves that drop toe. Working on the legs is Colt Cabana. Perhaps softening his opponent up for the Billy Goat's Curse. That inverted variation of the Boston Crab that he uses so effectively. One of a handful of moves in the arsenal of Colt Cabana that can conceivably end a matchup. The Chicago Skyline, the Colt 45, and the Billy Goat's Curse. As well as the Superman Pin. So a number of offensive weapons, potent offensive weapons in the arsenal of Colt Cabana. Tejano and Dragon Rojo Jr., I must say, doing quite well with the quick tags, keeping both members of the Second City Saints off their heels. Big guillotine, leg drop off the top. That is Dragon Rojo's finish, by the way. But Punk able to roll that shoulder at 2 and fight on. Sends Dragon Rojo Jr. off the ropes, bowls Punk over. Can the Junior Achievers spoil the Cinderella story of the reunion of the Second City Saints here in the semifinals? Remains to be seen, but so far so good for Rojo, as Punk just grabs the bottom rope there to save another pin attempt. Desperation tag to Colt Cabana there. Let's see what Cabana can do. He can start to reverse their fortunes. Dragon Rojo able to tag El Tejano Jr. into the matchup. Big airplane spin here by Colt Cabana. Sending El Tejano Jr. into the corner, then thinking better of it is Boom Boom. Big spine buster by El Tejano Jr. looking for that Tornado Tejas. Settles for a suplex that time. Snap suplex by Colt. Nice response into the 1 count. Short arm clothesline though. Dims the lights of Colt long enough to get Dragon Rojo Jr. tagged back into the matchup. And the Junior Achievers continue these quick tags, frequent tags, as soon as somebody gets into trouble. And if they have the offensive advantage, as soon as somebody feels the slightest bit tired, Tejano and Dragon Rojo Jr. are there for each other. Make that tag. That's the kind of thing you want to see in your championship squad. Big double stop by Dragon Rojo Jr. Drags him away from the ropes for a second one, but Cabana able to dodge and get Punk tagged into the ring. Rojo immediately tags Tejano so as to halt the momentum of CM Punk before it even starts. Hail to the king, and he misses. That Randy Savage-esque elbow drop does CM Punk. Another quick tag between Tejano and Rojo. Double powerbomb, inverted variety. Punk trying to fight his way free here. Nice suplex by the straight edge superstar. Up the ropes he sends Rojo. Nice hip toss. Oh dear, this could do it. This could do it. Punk in a world of hurt, but Colt Cabana in there to make the save. A devastating submission hold there. A torturous Cobra twist, I believe. Dragon Rojo Jr. But Punk survives, and we got fresh competitors on both sides. Air raid crash by Cabana. Into the Billy Goat's curse. Del Tejano Jr. Dragon Rojo's got to tag up. But Tejano fights his way free. That could have been it. Colt 45. Colt's going for broke. Into the cover. 1, 2. Welcome to Chicago MF for the Dragon Rojo Jr. by Punk. Meanwhile, Cabana sends Tejano to the floor, and it's a 2-on-1 until Dragon Rojo Jr. can get all the way across the ring. He's looking for something under the ring, some sort of equalizer in terms of weaponry. Eventually he has to give up and join the fray on the King's Place sports side of things. Double roll up on the floor. That's no good for either squad. Action hot and heavy here in the Second City Saints corner of the ring. Seemingly turning things around until at least this exchange on the floor. Big sit-out powerbomb to Punk. 2 in a row make it. Meanwhile in the ring, Tejano and Cabana. Oh, hang on. Falcon arrow by Cabana. Too close to the ropes. Sends Tejano off. Shoulder check. Drops El Tejano Jr. and allows Colt to get the tag. I don't know who's fresh anymore, but at least we have a legal combatant. Oh, hang on. Punk was going to go for a dive of some sort, but Dragon Rojo Jr. in to make the interception. Cabana locks him in the Billy Goat's curse, but the ref can do nothing about it. Neither combatant is legal. It's Tejano and Punk. Nice black hole slam by Tejano. Into the cover. 1, 2, and Colt saves the day. Tejano attacking Punk once again, drops him so he can tag in Dragon Rojo Jr. The Junior Achievers looking to join the Doldrums in the finals of this tag team tournament. Second City Saints looking to do the impossible.
1, 2.
And find their way contending for a tag team championship a good 15 years or so after they last teamed together. Cabana legal, Tejano legal on the other side. Oh, both of them bonk heads there. Dragon Rojo Jr. was setting Colt up for something, but intercepted and then spiked is El Tejano Jr. Colt into the cover, but wrong part of town. Dragon Rojo Jr. breaks that up. Soul food by Colt Cabana to El Tejano Jr. Nice backdrop suplex there. Cabana has not stopped smiling regardless of how painful these moves look. Big black hole slam. Got him! El Tejano Jr. with the black hole slam pins Colt Cabana and sends the Junior Achievers to the finals. For better or for worse, the Second City Saints come up just a bit short with that spinning scrap buster, as they call it in-game. And that sets us up. Oh good, the percentage went up, the overall percentage went up again. For our final matchup, the winner of this following contest will be crowned the inaugural GWA Tag Team Champions. Representing the Doldrums, former GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion Ray Phoenix and Yuji Hino, who defeated Ilya Dragunov and Randy Orton, and then Keith Lee and Kazuchika Okada to find their way to the finals, will face off against the Junior Achievers, Dragon Rojo Jr. and El Tejano Jr., who beat the AEW squad of Jack Evans and Angelico, the Hybrid 2, and the Second City Saints in order to find themselves in this final contest. Mr. Bigfoot calls for the bell, and we are underway. The winner of this contest to be crowned the inaugural GWA Tag Team Champions, the Junior Achievers, Dragon Rojo Jr. in the maroon, and his partner El Tejano Jr. in the red corner, up against Rey Fénix in the black mask, black, white, and red mask, and Yuji Hino in the blue corner representing the Doldrums, the stable led by Raven. Both squads would love to bring the championship gold home for the money and prestige that follows. Big double powerbomb by the Junior Achievers, who we just saw put out the Second City Saints. No rest for the weary in a tournament situation like this. It is the luck of the draw as to when these matches take place. I mean, obviously, if I was booking the show in real life, I would have put like a buffer match or two between the second semifinal and the final, but no such luck. Right back to it. Rey Fénix and Yuji Hino, for better or for worse, had one match off, so they might have gotten cold. They may have been in the back working on an exercise bike or something like that to keep their heart rate up. I don't know. I know for sure that El Tejano Jr. and Dragon Rojo Jr. just completed a contest against a very competitive Second City Saints team, and now find themselves with the opportunity to be crowned the first GWA Tag Team Champion. It's plural, as there are 2 title belts being passed out tonight. Big headbutt there from Dragon Rojo Jr. Match erupts into fisticuffs at the 5-minute mark that Yuji Hino comes out on the better side of. Leads to a pin attempt. And a quick tag for the Doldrum squad. Getting Rey Fénix back involved in the matchup. Amazing that all 4 of these competitors seem to have the energy that they do after a grueling night of competition here. But that's what being crowned Tag Team Champions means to each and every participant in tonight's tournament. Tejano stomping away on Fénix. I would assume that the Junior Achievers are going to try to dictate a slower pace than their Doldrum counterparts here, coming as they are fresh off of a semi-final matchup. It did not have the cool-down time that Rey Fénix and Yuji Hino did. Hino now tagged back into the matchup to face El Tejano Jr., the 2 larger members of their respective teams, as opposed to the 2 masked members of their respective teams. Nice short arm clothesline there by Tejano. Sends Hino off the ropes, but a bit of poor timing there. Spoils the party. Tejano tags out to Dragon Rojo Jr. That is a further example of those quick tags we've seen throughout certainly the semifinals and now into the finals. That's superior tag team ability from Dragon Rojo Jr. and El Tejano Jr. Already an established team here in the GWA before the announcement of this tournament. El Tejano Jr. coming as they are fresh off of a minor injury. Looking to prove something here tonight, and what a one-night performance it is. At the very least, finding them in the finals. El Tejano Jr., no stranger to tournament finals. When we first crowned the GWA champion in the GWA Championship tournament at the end of our first year of activity, El Tejano Jr. made it to the finals against Matt Robinson before eventually losing to the Divine One. He has an opportunity here to essentially right that wrong, making it to the finals and being crowned one half of the Tag Team Champions. That rests not only on his shoulders, it also rests on the shoulders of Dragon Rojo Jr. here to overcome Rey Fénix and Yuji Hino. Oh, suplex counter by Fénix. Inverted suplex into a pile driver by Rey Fénix. Good lord. I know it's like, I call it the Rikishi driver because he used to do it a lot. I don't know what the actual technical name of it is, but good gracious me, that over-the-shoulder pile driver from Rey Fénix. Paying dividends so far in this tourney. Big sit-out powerbomb by Dragon Rojo Jr. into the cover! Fénix kicks it too. I don't know if Hino would have made it in time. Hino visibly slower than they have been in prior matches. It takes a toll for sure. There is cumulative damage over the course of a one-night tournament. As Fénix tags Hino in fresh. Fénix taking a super kick, sort of sacrificially there. Oh! Kick to the face of Yuji Hino. Gets him out of the tree of woe pretty quickly. Seems to have angered the big man though, as he spikes Dragon Rojo with a powerbomb. Now sending him off the ropes here. Poor timing by both gentlemen. Sends Rojo back to his corner to get Tejano tagged back in. Oh dear. El Tejano Jr., this is the first bit of poor teamwork we've seen. Tejano Jr. picking Yuji Hino up before Dragon Rojo Jr. can hit his finish. But Tejano hits a finish of his own. The Tornado Tejas into the cover! And Yuji Hino kicks out. Into the effing bomb. Plants El Tejano Jr. into the cover. 1, 2, and Dragon Rojo saves the matchup for the Junior Achievers there. Big black hole slam. Into the cover once more. 1, 2. Hino kicks out. That's the move that brought them to the finals in the first place. Yuji Hino has to scramble back to his corner to get Rey Fénix tagged back in. Now we got Fénix and Tejano. Big super kick by Rey Fénix. Floats over the suplex attempt. Tejano fends him off and tags in Dragon Rojo Jr. Big double powerbomb. And now Rojo and Fénix going at it. Nice forearm there. Oh, wait. Oh, rolls him up. Powerbomb counter, center of the ring. But Dragon Rojo Jr. escapes. Yuji Hino takes the time to flip him off. And then Fénix flips him over with a destroyer. Into the 630. Into the cover. 1, 2. No! Dragon Rojo Jr. escapes. Oh! Off the second rope, springboard savant kick to the side of the head by Rey Fénix. Makes the tag to Yuji Hino. But he's definitely got Dragon Rojo Jr. on the ropes, pun intended. At the 20-minute mark, Rojo and Hino slugging it out. Hino drops him with a huge clothesline. Oh, beautifully done there by Dragon Rojo Jr. to escape and get El Tejano tagged back in. And then to stop the effing bomb from happening to his partner. Great ring awareness by Dragon Rojo Jr. Hopefully he can quickly recover on the apron. Big black hole slam into the cover by Tejano. 2, and Fénix saves the matchup. And the opportunity at the titles for the Doldrum contingent. Tejano sent to the floor. No countouts or DQs out here. Big black hole slam coming up to Hino. And, oh, I thought a second one for Rey Fénix, but he settled for a body slam. Tejano fighting off both members of the Doldrums. Dragon Rojo Jr. comes in to try to help. Didn't go so well. Now he assists in a nice powerbomb there to Yuji Hino. Super kick to Rey Fénix. Junior Achievers establishing themselves. And we are cresting towards 25 minutes here. Oh, hang on. Nice counter there by Hino. Tejano back into the ring to catch his breath. Smartly done. On the floor, meanwhile, Dragon Rojo Jr. trying to lock Hino up into some form of submission. But Fénix counters. We're waiting for Hino to get back in the ring. Effing bomb to Dragon Rojo Jr. on the floor. Tejano countering the works of Phoenix there. Trying to keep him distracted while Hino got back in the ring. Nothing doing. Now we got Hino and Dragon Rojo Jr. Legal back into the submission. That can do it! And that will do it! 25 minutes deep into the third match of a one-night tag team tournament. Submissions are going to be hella deadly. And Dragon Rojo Jr. taps Yuji Hino to win the tag team titles for the Junior Achievers. What a return to the ring from El Tejano Jr. Okay, what was the average rating? What was the average rating? Victory! And your tag team champions, Dragon Rojo Jr. and El Tejano Jr. Woo! Okay, 90% overall. Love it. Wowzers. Good stuff. Okay. Save all that. Oh, I have to make sure I change the rules of the next event. Okay, so here's the thing. I have that hiree, here. Because we fired somebody, obviously, it means that we have replaced them with a new hire. Hang on, we're losing the... Oh man, we're dropping a bunch of frames. Boo! Why am I in red right now? I am plugged into the interwebs. Hang on. Hang on. Getting more established? There we go. Okay, so here's the deal. We hired somebody to be the 31st of 32 people on our roster. And that means I would like to keep that a surprise for now. So I'm going to leave the screen like this while I book the show as fast as possible and make a little spoiler tag. I'm going to put them in the first match on the show, so the spoilers tag is only going to last until we get down to the ring for the first match, but I'm going to try to do this regardless. Let's actually, I think I'm safe to at least show the results overall of the card. So let's do that. Angelico was injured and will be hospitalized for 3 months. I am sorry about that, but they are not contracted to us. I don't know how AEW is going to feel about us hurting one of their performers. Whoops. And then we won the tag belts. Tag belts were won in front of 16,500. Good stuff. Okay. We have new we got new trios champs in the WWE. Cameron Grimes is the NXT Junior Heavyweight Champion. Adamus is the AAA Junior Heavyweight Champion. Adam Page is the Heavyweight Champion. He's on our roster. New DDT Junior Champs. New Dragon Gate Heavyweight Tag Team Champs. Okay. Smaller show. Yeah, we've only made about 310,000. I don't think I made any merchandise for that show. I can't remember. Maybe yes, maybe no. Year 4, February management starts. Oh, Bill Bullock is out of the hospital. Let's make a quick note of that. Welcome back. Okay. No problem there. Roosh has left Ring of Honor. I don't know what Kelly works for AEW. Sure, someone from AEW wants to come in. I'm going to say yes. For whomever Kelly is. I don't really know. I don't really know what that Kelly is, but we'll see. Hang on one second. They must have hired somebody. So year 4, Kelly from AEW is in year 4, month 02. I got no problem. I'll put you on in a match and have you lose. I mean, I'll put you in a match and we'll see what happens. Okay, so now I'm going to do 2 things. Number 1, I'm going to go run to the bathroom really quick. And then number 2, it's not a number 2, ha ha ha. The second thing I'm going to do, let me phrase it that way, is I'm going to put us in news mode, because as you know, Mickey Williams was fired and we've hired somebody new. So I'm going to keep the mystery going while I run to the bathroom and then come back, quickly book this card because I have most of it already done in my little text file. And then I'll do a little spoiler thing so that I can just proceed to the match lineup eventually, etc., etc. Okay? All right, so that commences like now-ish, starting with, of course, me running to the bathroom. So back at it, Jeff. Right, now normally I hire 2 people per week, like 1 per show, but as we are finalizing like the 32-person roster, I just hired 1 person this time, and then I'll do, make a little bit of a show of revealing the 32nd person next week. It'll also give me a week to mull it over. So I apologize for putting this up for probably like 5 minutes while I book this show, but it's going to be more beneficial than spoiling it until we actually get to the match. So let me do this as quickly as I can here. Training center maintenance, as per usual. You can hear it at least. I'm just repairing stuff. I'm not going to do any upgrades. Oh, the other reason that our profits were so low on the show that we just ran was that I upgraded everything in our facility, on our facility page, that was a level 1 to at least a level 2. So that cost us a good 4 or 5, like, not 4 or 5, about $300,000 or $400,000 right there. Like we were in the $750,000 range putting on last month's show. Part of that was like outside talent salaries, etc., but anyway, we're steadily making money still, so it worked out. Okay, human resources scouts are still out. I'm not going to offer a contract. I'm not going to manage any stables. I can't show you how anybody's doing, but I'm going to do a quick check to see, okay, like who is hurting and who's not. Oh wow, okay. This immediately throws a wrench into my plans. So let me first do my initial sweep through the roster, see who's feeling well and who is hurting for certain. Okay, you're not wrestling. Did I say bad at all? Nope, everything's fine. Shouldn't put them on there either. Everyone else is doing well. I mean, okay, I gotta leave them out. You're hurting. Most of the squad is doing fine. I mean, Orton, I could also rest. Okay, Orton, I will also rest. Okay, I got a big chunk of talent I could still be using. I got 4 people here, 8, 11. Oh yeah, I got a ton. Okay, now we are going to shuffle things up a little bit. Whoever that Kelly person is, I just booked you a match. You're not going to like it. Okay. I didn't do anything, but I'm going to save anyway. Let me do merchandise. Okay, I did a bunch of merchandise last time. I did like 5,000 t-shirts, 5,000 towels, 5,000 photos. Sold about 3,000 of each, so I don't need to make anything there. Goods, I will make 5,000 goods for those that want it, and I will make 3,000 snacks, because I'm going back to the 15,000 seater 2 shows in a row. Okay, training center's good. Merchandise has been produced. Let me do a quick save. I have to do my consultations privately, or excuse me, my advice. Okay. Okay. I have to do my consultations privately because they reveal the roster when I try to book them. So, hang on, was there another D there? Oh, okay. Oh my god, I forgot that I hired Kurt Angle. Holy crap, what a roster. Anyway, I forgot that I hired Kurt friggin' Angle. Yikes. Okay. Huh. Oh, well then let's do that. Matt Polly was someone that wanted a consultation about their salary, so here's a raise for you. I mean, I'll call them out, but I just can't show it because, just in case it exposes whom we've hired. I know, again, not the most exciting thing to look at the moment. Yikes. Oh, that's gonna cause problems. Punk wants more money. Austin also just wanted more money. So he's now making like 9. Okay, personal advice, trust. Michaels wants more money, of course they do. This is because our new hiree is the most expensive hire we've had so far. I knew even hiring the Undertaker in terms of his pay structure versus the other main event talent's pay structure was going to cause a bit of an issue. But now that I've hired this other talent, I can see it snowballing. Okay, personal advice. Man alive, there's a lot of them this month. My apologies. I gotta get these out of the way before... Oh, not Raven. Nope. Yeah. There. I'm trying to nip these all in the bud before they become huge problems. Speaking of, you're the one that broke the pay structure in the first place, and you already want more money? Okay. There we go. Person help, personal advice. Holy moly! This is the most I've ever seen. Like, everybody wants a raise. Everybody wants a raise. Okay. I mean, what some of you are making, I don't disagree that you probably deserve one. Jeepers. Holy, there's still more. Okay. My apologies, this is taking a lot longer than I expected. This is like half the roster is like, yeah, I'll have some more money if you're dishing up money. Like, there's a huge line outside my office right now. How we doing? More people. I'm saving after every one. Okay. Oof. I mean, it makes sense for the people that are making like next to nothing to be like, hey, all these new people are coming in. There we go. Okay, finally. That's everybody. That was legit like 10 people. All right, so I'm not inviting anybody. We have somebody here. Okay, I'm just gonna book this as fast as I can. I think everything I have on the card is good. Yeah, they're all fine. I just need a partner for you. Boom. Oh. Yeah, why would I leave them off the card? It's a weird partnership, but we'll do it. Okay. Okay, on paper, I have everything booked. Oh, I have to remember to change the rules. Event. Book event, standard event, everything's fine. Match rules. Oh, wow, yeah, they're all reset. Okay, so this is going to take some time. Regardless. Y'all can watch this, like there's going to be nothing in the way. So, let's do this for now. This is actually quicker to do with the controller. I'm going to speed first. See, I got to reset the rules for all 10 of these matches now. Okay. Yeah, I'm just double checking that I'm not revealing anything on screen that I shouldn't be. Okay. Oh, looks like the last half. I mean, these are always wrong. So low and team. Low. Team. Team. Low. Low. Team. Team. Low. Low. Yeah. It is kind of sad that you have, well, not sad, but it's kind of a bummer. It's kind of annoying that you have to do this every time you do a promotional battle. But there, that's all done. See, you can see like match 6 and onward are fine. So rope break and then, oh, they're not quite fine. Outside count needs to be off. Cut play and DQ count on. Okay, so the last half of the card's all set up. I just need rope and then those 2. So 1. Okay, that's all good. And then cut play and DQ count. Cut play, DQ. Cut play, DQ. Okay, I think that's it. Everything looks the same. Yep, all the match rules are set. I can return. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to stick you with just this big old question mark for now. Who could this person be? All right, I shall book a show really quick so that we can find out. Okay, you get to fight whoever the heck this person is. Oh, okay. I don't remember them working very long for AEW, but Priscilla Kelly. I feel like they work for NXT now, probably. All right, so they will be in the ring against our new hire to open up the show. I don't think they're going to like that, but that's okay. Did I spell that right? The weird-looking word. Yep. Okay. Priscilla is a strange-looking word. Normally I book top-down, but here I'm booking bottom-up. Starting with our new hire. Okay. Got that team going. Get this next team going. Some of these are just singles matches, just doing a good job, or trying to. Just trying to put on quality stuff here. Okay. Title match in our main event. That's going to be you against you. Okay. And then semi-main. It's the return of the Yard Dogs, Dave Mastiff and Bill Bullock. Again, so what's my team here? Oh, shoot. I've double booked somebody. Hang on. Are you on the show? No. Alright, let's do you then. Crisis averted. There we go. Actually worked out. Almost there. some of our Hall of Fame talent isn't like the happiest with us in the world, so I'm trying to get dream matches done while I can. You two against you two. That's tons of people. Can I put in there? I can now, if I do a TV commercial, I can sell the place out $40 a head for our 15,000 seat arena. So that's what we've just done. Okay. I'm just double checking really quick here. Boop, 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 da. Oh, yeah, this changed to that. Done. Booked. Confirm match card. Check. Okay, I've already done merchandise. I just confirmed the match card. I'm going to load the event first, and then I have to be at the match listing page before I can make the proper spoiler thingy. So we're going to loan somebody to AEW. Not anybody that's hurt, though. Not anybody that's hurt, though. Here? Let's try it. Let me save first, actually. Back up and save first. Okay, I'm prioritizing sending somebody or trying to send someone to AEW every time. Let's see what they say. I will try literally everyone I can. I will try literally everyone I can. Since they sent us somebody. There we go. Jack Howard will be in AEW this month. Doing some work for us. Okay, I'm going to proceed to the event screen. Cross your fingers, everybody, that everybody shows up for work. They should, because they're all contracted talent. Let us proceed. Hang on. Merchandise has been made? Yeah. Yep, everything else is good. Okay. Our only obligation is to put on decent shows and have at least 1,000 people in the audience. And I think we're doing that quite handily. Okay. Everybody showed up. Let me save this really quick. Again, I'm only making the spoiler tag for the first match on the card because our new hire is debuting right away. But it's the little things, you know? Okay, so studio mode to this thing. Let's delete. Wait, can I just use one of these? Oh, maybe I can just do this. Ah! That works. Okay. Studio mode. Now I'm gonna... This should work. Let's just do it and see what happens. There we go. Okay, that's all I needed. Just a spoiler tag, just for this first matchup. Everything else, we're well aware of the card here. Yeah, everything's booked. We have Priscilla Kelly in from AEW. We are putting them in the ring with a debuting piece of talent for us here in the GWA. The 31st of 32 members of our roster. Now, we're trying to build the best international roster of all time. I'm trying to get 32 main eventers so that I legit start having to feel bad about where I put people on the card, because conceivably anybody could main event. That's the overall philosophy I'm going with filling the roster. So in today's wrestling landscape, our newest signee certainly fits the bill. Let's get down to the ring and introduce everybody to the newest member of the GWA family. Ladies and gentlemen, from Cincinnati, Ohio, the Death Rider, John Moxley, is GWA. In here against Priscilla Kelly. Poor dear. That was totally worth it, just because I'm smiling. Hope everyone else enjoyed it. Welcome to the GWA Jon Moxley. We have no way for you to come through the crowd. Mind you, we don't really show the entrances for our talent. But they have jumped ship. In this wrestling universe, they used to be with AEW and then left the promotion. They have now joined the GWA just in time for the GWA to establish promotional relations with AEW. There's also something weird going on in the middle of the ring where it looks like some shadows have been left behind. Not too sure about what to do about that. No shadow of doubt as to where the loyalties of a Jon Moxley lies. They are now a full-time employee of the Gnarly Wrestling Aisle. Hang on! Death Rider! Paradigm shift, whatever you want to call it! He just dropped Priscilla Kelly on her head! We'll have a little chat with Jon to see if we can prevent the paradigm shift from further slipping into the realm of butterfly suplex and away from double arm DDT that it started as. Oof. Vicious chops there from Jon Moxley. Going right back to work on Priscilla Kelly, visiting from AEW. In exchange, we've sent Kazuchika Okada. No, wait. Keith Lee, maybe? Maybe Okada. No, hang on. It was Jack Howard. Boom! Another paradigm shift, and Kelly rolls through. Yeah, we tried to send Keith Lee and Okada, and they didn't want him. So we sent the Hollywood hunk Jack Howard off to AEW for the month. Oh! That release forward flipping suplex of Jon Moxley. Priscilla Kelly's in a big bad way here, and we're only 6 minutes deep in this contest. You can already tell the crowd showing legit concern for her well-being after every major move of Jon Moxley's here. When one door opens, a window, or when one door closes, a window opens somewhere. And with the departure of Mickey Williams, we have a new breed of violence in the GWA as Jon Moxley has arrived. Paradigm shift into the pin, and Priscilla Kelly able to kick out at 2. Like, eventually we'll do death matches, but I didn't want them to get too silly with the weapons. And Mickey Williams was just too aggressive with the weaponry. Too much bloodshed. Mox looking to have a nice time here. Just kind of toying with Priscilla Kelly a bit. That could come back to haunt him if he doesn't finish the fight when he has the opportunity to do so. Hang on. Another paradigm shift to Priscilla Kelly. 4th of the matchup. She's able to get back to her feet as we approach the 10-minute mark of this contest. It has been mostly Jon Moxley, as you can see him shrugging off the effects of that snap suplex. Kelly giving it her all here. Nice shoulder tackle, drops Jon Moxley. Hang on. Butterfly suplex that time.
10 minutes gone.
At the around the 10-minute mark, Moxley blocking the hammer throw attempt. Kelly with the snap suplex once again. Center of the ring now. Back and forth they go.
1, 2.
Priscilla Kelly into a cover there, gets a 2 count. On the strength of kicking the wind out of Jon Moxley there. Now the two are going to slug it out. Another vicious snap suplex, this time into the turnbuckles by Priscilla Kelly. Jon Moxley says this is it, starting to get upset. Oh, hang on! Priscilla Kelly into the cover, 1, 2! Moxley just rolls the shoulder at 2.9. Priscilla Kelly on a roll here. Looking to put Mox away. Paradigm shift by Jon Moxley. Drags Priscilla Kelly away from the ropes. Into the cover. 1, 2. Kelly out at 2. Another paradigm shift. Moxley can't make the cover. Oh, that release suplex. Almost more as devastating as the paradigm shift. Falling clothesline now for Mox. Can't quite put Priscilla Kelly away. Roll up by Kelly, 2. Mox just escapes. Paradigm shift. Kelly's back to her feet. Suplexes Mox into the corner once again. What was a sure thing for Jon Moxley at about the 8-minute mark could now go either way as we're headed towards 20 minutes. Kelly hanging in there and hanging in there. Big punch combo from Moxley. Center of the ring again. Kelly counters with a couple of kicks to the midsection, but you can see the toll it's taking on her. Another big punch combo. Bit of a taste of Moxley's own medicine with that interesting elevated pedigree variation. Into the cover, 2! Moxley just able to kick out. STO drops into the canvas. Kelly catching her breath. Oh. That layout suplex once again. Another STO by Kelly. Crowd starting to get behind the visitor from AEW. Much to the chagrin of the debuting Jon Moxley, the newest contracted GWA talent. Back and forth they go. Nice discus lariat. Countered with that spin kick to the side of the jaw by Priscilla Kelly. Again into the elevated pedigree. Into the cover. 1, 2. Mox out at 2. Reverses a hammer throw. Mox off the ropes with a stiff forearm to the side of the jaw. Big double axe handle. It's been a good 2-3 minutes since he's hit a paradigm shift. Kelly pouring it on here. As we hit the 20-minute mark, paradigm shift once again. Kelly clutching at her neck. Mox dragging away from the ropes, quickly into the cover. No, Kelly back to her feet immediately. Deposits Moxley in the corner. Big clothesline. Trying to follow it up at Mox with the chops. Drops Priscilla, catches his breath. Sends her to the floor. Jon Moxley normally would follow his prey out to the floor this time, catching his breath in the center of the ring. Another snap suplex from Priscilla. Nice DDT by Moxley there. Trying to stop her momentum before it even starts. Spikes her again with another DDT. Motions to the crowd that this is it. A third DDT, but Kelly rolls through on this one. Big boot to the midsection. Oh, Jon Moxley goes low and catches a swinging neck breaker. Kelly hanging on as we're now getting close to 25 minutes gone in this one. Oh, both competitors here rubber-legged. Off the ropes goes Mox. Drop toe by Priscilla Kelly. Butterfly suplex. Let's call it the Paradigm Shift 2021. And then the old school variety dropping her on her head, center of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Jon Moxley successful in his debut. Breaking the curse a bit for debuting GWA talent. What a matchup! Way more competitive than it had any right to be. 93% audience satisfaction. That is what we love to see. And we roll right onward. Okay, with the rest of the card that I can now reveal, Kairi Sane and Keiji Muto of the Squared Circle K will be taking on Becky Lynch and Mitsuharu Misawa in tag team action. Why wait? Let's get down to the ring. Mr. Bigfoot calling for the bell, and we are underway. Kairi Sane in the white, representing the squared circle K with that beautiful offense out of the corner. Becky Lynch coordinating green with with Mitsuharu Misawa in the red corner. Muto and Kairi Sane in the blue corner. We're seeing Muto momentarily. I believe they're attired in long black trunks. Kairi Sane and Becky Lynch, center of the ring. Kairi, of course, will be looking to soften you up for the 7 C's, that a very athletic top rope elbow drop. Becky Lynch, of course, employs the disarm her, an armbar variation. Keiji Muto has a number of offensive weapons as well. The Shining Wizard, the Figure 4, the Moonsault, to say nothing of Mitsuharu Misawa and his elbow strikes alone. I don't know if I want to go blow for blow with Mitsuharu Misawa. Kairi quick to tag in Keiji Muto, and now we got Muto and Misawa across the ring from one another. Making me a happy boy that I own a fantasy wrestling fed where I can essentially hire anybody. Scooping a slam by Muto to the All Japan and Pro Wrestling Noah legend. Mitsuharu Misawa with a nice counter there. Another big scoop and a slam from Muto. Going back to the legs, looking for a figure 4 perhaps. Settling for an abdominal stretch variation. Sending Misawa off the ropes as Muto. Low drop kick to the knee. At the 5-minute mark, Misawa's had enough and gets Becky Lynch tagged back in. Quick cover there by Lynch results in a 1 count. Muto retreats to his corner and gets Kairi Sane tagged back into the matchup. Squared Circle K a bit disappointed on their results of the tag team tournament this past month. Not making it to the finals, and in fact, petering out at the semi-final level. A different combination representing the faction in this contest here. To turn their fortunes around against the, as far as I know, untested combination of Becky Lynch and Mitsuharu Misawa. Cross-legged Boston Crab by Kairi Sane. Legit looks like it would hurt like heck. Like all the agility, all the natural bend of a human body placed into a Boston Crab, which in and of itself is unpleasant based on the, the torque on the back and the legs. Imagine crossing your legs first. Hang on, Misawa with that bludgeoning elbow combination just drops Kairi Sane to the canvas. We talked about his elbows earlier. Misawa is the messiah of the elbow smash as it relates to pro wrestling. Nobody does it better than the old bullfrog himself, Mitsuharu Misawa. Kairi Sane getting just a bit of a taste of that. Quick to tag out to Keiji Muto. Muto, as we said, has a number of weapons. The Shining Wizard, the Figure 4, the Moonsaults. Misawa has those elbow strikes, the Tiger Driver, the Emerald Flosion. A step-over face lock of his own, like he used to be Jumbo Tsuruta back in the day. Just exemplary careers for both of these men. Flashing elbow from Muto, classic offense there. Might see a handspring elbow next, but not if Becky Lynch and Mitsuharu Misawa have anything to say about it. Muto able to avoid Misawa in the corner and then maintain his advantage on Lynch. Nicely done, placing himself between Lynch and the ropes during that submission attempt on the Indian Deathlock. Maybe we just call it a Deathlock. Just not attribute it. No, we still call things a Russian leg sweep. Whatever. Indian Deathlock. I don't know with whom it originated. If I'm honest. Sane and Lynch. Legal fighters in this one once again, as we're cresting towards 15 minutes gone already, and my time does fly in these tag team matches. Especially in the wake of that one-night tournament. What a spectacle that was. Be sure to order the replay on pay-per-view. I kid, just watch the VOD. It'll be on YouTube in a couple days, or it'll be on Twitch as soon as this broadcast ends. Saba now in there with Kairi Sane. Obviously a mismatch, size-wise. Muto in to help his partner. Quick death lock to Misawa, trying to work the legs over. Strike battle between Kairi Sane and Mitsuharu Misawa. Misawa with those elbow smashes. Gets the last word. Oh dear, and then drops her with a combination. But not before she tags in Muto. Misawa trying to muscle him back into the red corner. Nice, double underhook on the belly-to-belly. What a throw there. Muto with the low drop kick. And then the dragon screw. The first to Misawa, the second to Lynch. Waiting for her to stand. Missile drop kick to the knee by Keiji Muto. Desperate times calling for desperate measures here. As he's looking to hobble Becky Lynch in a big bad way in a hurry. Back to the legs he goes. That sets you up for two of his deadliest maneuvers. The figure four leg lock that obviously works the legs. And if one of your legs is damaged and you try to press up off of your knee to get back to your feet, that leaves you in prime position to be hit with a Shining Wizard. Keiji Muto, crafty ring vet of probably 3 decades or more. Oh, certainly more than that. Probably 4 decades by now. Oh! Elbow strike to the back of the head from a seated position by Misawa. And Muto says no thank you. Immediately tagging out. Emerald frozen to Sane! But too close to the ropes is Muto. Or excuse me, is Misawa. A lot of M's and K's on the roster. Muto getting a quick breather. Misawa doing likewise. Getting himself out of there. Oh, the assisted Frozen. Becky Lynch doing her own variation to Kairi Sane there, thanks to an assist from Misawa. And now it's Becky Lynch and Keiji Muto. One-on-one in the center of the ring as we head towards 20 minutes. Hang on, Misawa tag back in. Oh, block the Emerald Frozen attempts. Gets sent off the ropes. Center of the ring now. Big elbows from Misawa, sent off the ropes. Oh, the strike combo drops Muto to the canvas at the 20-minute mark, and now he grabs a half Boston. Half crab broken up by Kairi Sane. Oh, went for the 7 C's to the back of Misawa and couldn't do it. Elevated stunner by Misawa. It's some late era Noah. Back to the elbows. Oh, then one to the back of the head. Dragon screw leg whip by Muto into the moonsault, too close to the ropes. But you got to admire his attempt there. The effort is being made to try to equalize things after those vicious elbow strikes from Misawa. Scoop and a slam sends Muto to the floor. No count out or DQ out here. Kairi Sane joining Lynch, Muto, and Misawa outside the ring. Standing spear there by Kairi Sane. As she sends Becky Lynch into the guardrail. Meanwhile, Muto with that single-arm bulldog grabs the chair from under the ring. Dragon screw to Misawa. Exploder to Kairi Sane, meanwhile. As Misawa is sent into the same corner as his partner. Shining Wizard to the side of the jaw of Mitsuharu Misawa. Becky Lynch in to slow things down. Almost too much action to call here. And it will continue until the two legal combatants get back into the ring. There, everybody's back in the ring. Somebody's got to be legal. Looks like it's Keiji Muto and Mitsuharu Misawa, at least momentarily. Becky Lynch tagged in, as is Kairi Sane. Assisted Flosion once again, this time to Muto. And now it's Kairi Sane slugging it out with Becky Lynch. Oh, knife edge chop across the eyes, into the elbow drop from Kairi Sane. Pulls her away from the ropes, into the cover. 1, 2, no, Becky Lynch escapes. Counters a suplex by Sane. Lynch in control now. Oh, axe kick to the back of the head. Bexploder. Sane rolls through. Sends Becky off the ropes. Jumping hip attack, back up top. 7 C's elbow drop once again. Into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Kairi Sane pins Becky Lynch. After the 7 C's, the insane elbow, whatever you want to call it, long story short, Muto and Kairi get the win. Yeah, 99% too. Good stuff. Okay, now, most of my booking now is like dream matches and tag stuff that sort of makes sense canonically with our roster. Speaking of dream matches, or just matches that would be fun to see, our next matchup, Kenny Omega versus Kurt Angle. I don't really know what else need be said. Let's just get down to the ring to witness this. Kenny Omega, Kurt Angle. Mr. Bigfoot calls for the bell and we are underway. I can't believe I forgot I hired Kurt Angle. Kurt obviously will be looking for that angle slam and his devastating variation of the ankle lock. And he'll be very wary of giving up back control to Kenny Omega because from that position, Kenny Omega can strike with the Kreutz Wrath, with the Snapdragon, and with that deadly one-winged angel. Bit of a feeling out period here. I don't know that either of these combatants have ever faced one another in real life, nor can they anymore. We are proud to bring it to you here in the GWA, as both are contracted talent with us. Only the best the world of professional wrestling has to offer each and every time the GWA puts on a show. Pride ourselves in building the strongest roster in the wrestling landscape, full of main eventers and Hall of Famers and future Hall of Famers. As the two gentlemen in the ring, Kurt Angle and Kenny Omega, slugging it out. Kenny Omega hired in the GWA off the strength of their performance, winning the A1 Climax, that one-day charity tournament where he had to win 10 matches in order to claim that crown. We also did some good work raising $800 for the Gord Downey Channy Wenjup Fund. Angle trying to slow things down with a quick sleeper attempt. Not a bad move considering Kenny Omega is going to have the speed advantage in this contest. If it gets into a grappling match, obviously Kurt Angle has the advantage, probably quicker on the ground itself, but moving like from point A to point B around a ring, I'm going to give the edge to Kenny Omega in this contest. As you can see, the speed with which he hit that sliding drop kick for starters. Hang on, Kreutz Wrath into the German 2. Kurt out at 2. I just anticipated a 2 count. Couple of shots to the side of the jaw of Kurt and some trash talk from Kenny Omega before that super kick. Kurt Angle reads you loud and clear. And he responds with a throwing German suplex over the ropes to the floor. No count out or DQ out here. Got to be a winner in the middle of the ring. As Kurt Angle and Kenny Omega are going toe-to-toe here. And Bam Bam Bigelow guy loves it, as per usual. Sitting next to Chris Hero in that section of the crowd. cross-legged Chris Hero. Oh, another throwing German, once again sending Kenny to the floor. This time Kurt taking the time to catch his breath. A consummate professional is Kurt Angle. Percocet addiction or not. I'm teasing, buddy. I mean, he got over it eventually. I'm just in the midst of it, watching 2009 TNA at the moment. Oh boy. Some of that main event Mafia stuff. Hang on, big ankle lock here. Kenny Omega tasting the ankle lock for the first time. Able to fight his way free. Angle able to apply it fairly early in this contest. Poison Rana from Kenny Omega. Another potent weapon from back control. Gets rolled up. Does Omega for a 2. Almost a 3 there at the 10-minute mark. But Omega able to roll the shoulder. Angle with the takedown offense. Omega attempted a block. Get caught in a hammerlock afterwards. You're not going to out-wrestle Kurt Angle on the mat, and oh no! Mr. Bigfoot downed! And an ankle lock applied by Omega. Omega tapping, but the ref can't see it. Omega stops counting and able to break the hold eventually, but he tapped right away. Ref unable to make that call, and we fight on. Don't worry about Mr. Bigfoot, by the way. We'll get them patched up before the next matchup. They are the only referee that we have, so we got to treat them well. Back to the ankle lock. Once again goes Kurt Angle. Relentless now that he knows he can apply it. Snapped over by Omega. Fighting for his life here. Kurt Angle fends off Omega once again. The two gentlemen content to slug it out. Big clothesline from Omega. From Angle. Super kick by Omega, though, settles the score, but Angle's back up to his feet first. Nice suplex by the Olympic gold medalist. Rolls him over into the ankle lock once again. Omega kicks the leg. Fights his way free once more. Omega up top, waiting for Angle to stand. Flipping senton splash to the back of Kurt Angle. Follows up with a snapdragon, does Kenny. Angle calmly just sends him back to the canvas. Belly to belly. Threw him into the ropes, not over them. Kurt looking for that ankle lock. Once again. Omega able to get free. A couple of head scissor takeovers now, trying to disorient the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. Is the cleaner Kenny Omega, who reverses Angle into the corner. Big back elbow. Back control into another snapdragon from Omega. Drags Angle away from the ropes and picks him back up. Glad we've been going one-winged angel there. Counters into a roll-up. Too close to the ropes, though. Angle scrambling here. It's been all Omega for the past minute and a half. Try to set Angle up for something. Kurt has none of it. Oh, just soccer kicks him in the side on the way by. And then another throwing belly to belly, this time into the corner, the turnbuckle area there by Kurt Angle. Just bodying Kenny Omega across the ring. As we're getting close to the 20-minute mark here. Kenny's looking for something. Could be V-trigger time. V-trigger to the back of the head. Waiting for Kurt to stand. Oh, missed timing on the V-trigger. Both men are down. Both men are back up at the same time. Kurt with the released German. Rolls him over. Back to the ankle lock. Kenny trying to fight his way free. Does so. Right back to it goes Kurt. Quick backbreaker. Oh, hang on. Poison Rana to Kurt Angle by Kenny Omega. Back up to his feet. Countered back into the ankle lock once again. That will do it. Kurt Angle wouldn't give up on that ankle lock. Eventually tapping out Kenny Omega in a spirited contest. How'd we do? 95, heck yeah. I mean, they call it the angle lock. Sure, whatever. Angle, ankle. Sure, sure, sure. All right, good stuff. Coming up next, we have action in our tag team division. The other half of the standard, the divine Matt Robinson and the brilliant devil Thomas Walker. Bit of a yin-yang situation there. Up against the doldrum contingent of Drew McIntyre and their leader, Raven. Without any further ado, let's get down to the ring for that one. Got 2 more singles matches and a tag after this. And then we're good to go. Mr. Bigfoot calls for the bell. You can see that they've been stitched up, and we are underway. Drew McIntyre here in the ring against Matt Robinson. Matt Robinson in the teal. Drew McIntyre, the bearded fellow in the black trunks. As you can see, Raven there in the corner, in the red corner, tagging with his cohort Drew McIntyre in this one. Repping the doldrums. Another faction disappointed by not making it to the finals. Oh wait, they did, didn't they? Hino? Was it Hino? Never mind, they did make it to the finals. A team that made it to the finals of the tag team tournament but was unable to come away with the belt. As the junior achievers were able to overcome the doldrums in the finals. The other half of the doldrums, that is. With that well-earned month off. Now getting our first look at the brilliant devil Thomas Walker. Here to help set the standard along with Matt Robinson. Stablemates David Houston and Jack Howard were part of the tag tournament last month. Jack Howard will be currently visiting AEW, a promotion that we're quickly establishing a relationship with. Sent them a couple talent last month. This month they sent us Priscilla Kelly, so we sent them somebody. Happy to see that continue to blossom until we are friendly, if not darn right, cooperative. Speaking of cooperating, no such luck for Thomas Walker on that suplex as Raven counters with one of his own. Nice dragon screw trying to slow down the leader of the doldrums. Thomas Walker quickly tagging out to Matt Robinson. Trying to show doldrum leader ECW Raven exactly what it's like when you step in there with the inaugural GWA Heavyweight Champion, who, by the way, won the title with this very move. That Northern Lights rolled through into the armbar. Way back at the end of our first year of existence. Here we are in month 2 of year 4, and look how far we've come. Started at the bottom of the barrel in terms of wrestling popularity, in terms of promotional popularity, in terms of assets, etc., etc. And we have worked our way to become the number 6 promotion worldwide in a short span here, in about 3 years' time. And we're using our 4th year to expand even further. Last month we we crowned our first ever tag team champions. This month we just debuted our newest acquisition, John Moxley, and are further establishing a relationship with AEW. So big things on the horizon for the GWA, and we couldn't be more thrilled to have you all with us as we stroll down the gnarly wrestling aisle each and every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on this very Twitch channel. Quick tag back into the divine Matt Robinson. Effectively cutting the ring in half on Drew McIntyre. Have Robinson and Walker for at least the last few moments, up until that moment there where Drew McIntyre is able to escape and tag Raven back in. Raven, another competitor with not the flashiest moveset in the world, but very effective where and when they use the moves that they have perfected, if that makes sense. Obviously, a lot of success in Raven's career can be attributed to having a lot of outside interference, shall we say, but that does not make them any less a formidable opponent on their own in the ring. You can't look past the experience, the savvy, the pain resistance of a Raven. Especially this representation, which is the height of ECW Raven. When he's booking an 18-month angle with a Tommy Dreamer where he never loses. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. Beautiful extension on the bridge of that German by Thomas Walker. So much so that Raven thought better of even seeing him on the other side of the ring and got Drew McIntyre tagged back in. McIntyre, unfortunately, countered there at the move in the corner and gets locked into Boston Crab. As his leader, Raven, looks on. Oh dang, oh dang. Thomas Walker with the fork, center of the ring, and McIntyre is busted wide open. The sole remaining unsavory element in the GWA is the fork usage of one brilliant devil, Thomas Walker. Bill Bullock is also a quote-unquote heel, but they're not so bad because they just do like nut shots, and a lot of characters just do that. I'm not trying to eliminate blood. I'm trying to eliminate somebody getting busted open every single time they face such and such. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather it be more of a random thing than, oh, it's a Thomas Walker match. That means his opponents are getting busted open almost immediately. Also part of the philosophy that and the reasoning that we parted ways with Mickey Williams, sort of thing. The medical bills were just too dang high. Gonna clean up that element, so to speak. Oh, big discus lariat there from Raven's signature offense at around the 15-minute mark here. Just getting warmed up in terms of a tag match. You hear the effort the Divine Matt Robinson put into that suplex before the tag. Here comes Walker now. Misses with pay dirt. Sends Raven off the ropes. Does not miss with that jumping forearm. Raven now trying to slow things down, get Walker stuffed into the red corner, but here comes that fork once again, and Raven now is busted open. Both members of the Doldrums busted open at the hands of Thomas Walker. I can't imagine that the Divine Matt Robinson approves of such methods, as the Standard are very much about sending the in-ring standard of excellence in the GWA bell to bell. I don't think weaponry plays into their philosophy whatsoever. As now quick tags on the part of the Doldrums, as both members have grievous head wounds to attend to. You can see the blood all over the face and chest of Drew McIntyre as he's in there slugging it out with Thomas Walker. Slowing things down. Center of the ring with that headlock is Drew, the Scottish psychopath. Sent off the ropes now. Big jumping forearm smash to the side of the jaw of Drew McIntyre by Thomas Walker. Into the divine intervention, center of the ring by Robinson. Into the cover, 1, 2, 3. Raven didn't make it in time. And the divine intervention from Matt Robinson, able to put McIntyre down. A big loss for the Doldrums. And a big win for the Standard, and a real bad match score. Very interesting. Maybe they wanted, maybe this match got cut and there was more time for the later events. Speaking of, as I said, we have some Hall of Fame talent on the roster, so I'm trying to get some quote-unquote dream matches out of the way as quickly as possible in case they don't want to work with us too much. So to that end, please enjoy Stone Cold Steve Austin against CM Punk. Mr. Bigfoot calls for the bell, and we are underway. Obviously, Stone Cold will be looking to hit that stunner. CM Punk will be looking to wear Austin down for the opportunity to knock him smooth out with the go to sleep. These gentlemen never shared a ring with each other. Only in video game form will you see Steve Austin versus CM Punk. And we are proud to be bringing a variation of it to you here as you stroll down the gnarly wrestling aisle with us in the GWA. Test of strength won by CM Punk, quite surprising, as he's now going to work on the midsection of Stone Cold. Stone Cold stomping a mud hole. Punk doesn't look to give him the opportunity to walk it dry. Big knee lift into the clubbing blow there. Signature Austin offense. lot of the creators have done a very good job adding the signature stylings of certain main event talent into this game. Punk looks to be begging off a little bit, if I'm not mistaken here. Try and get a little space. Yeah, you can see him trying to slow down Austin's momentum by just creating a little bit of distance, making Austin chase him a little bit, waiting for Austin to make a mistake so he can capitalize, much like he did there with that DDT. Just past the 5-minute mark, as you just heard. Oh, that was a jumping clothesline sort of press, or a jumping cross-body sort of attack there from CM Punk. Austin blocking the back elbow. I would be expecting, or would have been expecting, a little more crowd work from either or both of these gentlemen to this point. Very focused on their opponent are both Austin and CM Punk in this contest. I don't think they want to lose to the either, not by a long shot. Austin with that trademark elbow drop, that time to the legs of CM Punk. Sending him off the ropes once again. Thez press, and wailing away is the rattlesnake. Off the ropes once more. There we go, the elbow drop to the side of the face that time. Better placement by Steve Austin. Crowd not really sure who to cheer for or what to make of this so far. Stunner, and he crit him! Crowd's not gonna get a chance to figure it out because Stone Cold said I'm out at the 8-minute mark. Knocking CM Punk out with a stunner. Okay. That thing was just getting out of second gear, and Austin said to the tag match that preceded him, "Oh, you think that was a low score, did you?" And proceeds to give us the lowest score of the night. We got to make sure that our average card rating is over 80, guys. All right. Okay, coming up next, we got more tag team action. Bill Bullock is fresh back from injury, so he and Dave Mastiff, the Yard Dogs, will be teaming up to take on the AAA Mega Champion Hangman Adam Page and your GWA Heavyweight Champion Kenta Kobashi. Let's get down to the ring for this epic tag team clash and our semi-main event. Mr. Bigfoot calls for the bell, and we are underway. Adam Page and Dave Mastiff starting things off. You see Bill Bullock in the red corner there. Nice to see them back from injury. And Kenta Kobashi there, briefly you saw in the blue corner, the GWA Heavyweight Champion. Not the most impressive win-loss record against the Yard Dogs has Kenta Kobashi. In fact, each time he faces this team, I do believe he has a different partner and is hoping for a different result, but I don't believe he's won against him yet. Let's see if teaming with the AAA champion Hangman Adam Page can change the fortunes of Kenta Kobashi, or if the Yard Dogs can further establish themselves as one of the premier threats to the tag team titles here in the GWA. They were unfortunately left out of the tag team title tournament due to that injury to Bill Bullock, but a win against two singles champions on this event could do a lot in the mind and eyes of the GWA officials to send them up the tag team rankings and put them in prime position to earn their right to challenge for the GWA tag team belts, currently held by the Junior Achievers, El Tejano Jr. and Dragon Rojo Jr. Meanwhile, right now in the ring, we've got the GWA champion, Kenta Kobashi, in there with the convict Bill Bullock, who, as we said, is just coming off a multi-month absence, healing from a bad injury to the back.
Give up.
Obviously want to restart their career momentum with a big win against the likes of the GWA champion and the AAA champion. Kenta Kobashi is going to do everything he can to prevent it, including that beautiful stalling suplex to Bill Bullock, who grabs a baseball bat from under the ring. I don't know why we have a baseball bat under the ring in a wrestling match.
5 minutes gone.
Adam Page out to meet Bill Bullock for worse or better is yet to be seen. As we pass the 5-minute mark, then Kenta Kobashi and Dave Mastiff just kind of chilling in the ring and on the apron respectively, as their tag team partners gutted out on the floor. Nice double arm suplex, and that is the final straw for Dave Mastiff, trying to get the drop on Kenta Kobashi, who has none of it, and drops him with a series of chops into a Texas cloverleaf. Meanwhile, on the floor, Bill Bullock with a swinging neckbreaker onto a chair to Hangman Adam Page. Mastiff doing his best, but it's thwarted every turn by Kenta Kobashi until Bill Bullock's back in the ring and eats a huge burning lariat. Hangman Adam Page tag back in, but Bill Bullock able to escape and get Dave Mastiff into the matchup. I don't think Hangman particularly cares. An equal opportunity butt kicker is the AAA Mega Champion. Starting next month, we're going to try to get some AAA talent into the promotion to take that belt off of them and get it back to AAA. We already beat them twice in 2 promotional battles, so I don't need to do it a 3rd time. But if we can get some of their individual talent in and start giving people title shots, just whoever looks interesting. Dave Mastiff really interested, getting a big win for the Yard Dogs against these 2 individual champions. Nice discus lariat into the STF by Mastiff on Kobashi. Kobashi with a brainbuster. In reply, hooks the leg. 2. Bullock in to make the save. You see Hangman Adam Page hanging back on the apron. Not used to tagging with Kenta Kobashi. Strange bedfellows making for strange tag partners here between Page and Kobashi. Kobashi looking strong though as he continues to overpower Dave Mastiff, who's quick to tag out to Bill Bullock. You see Kobashi just establishing himself once more, physically beating Mastiff down to the canvas before he has a chance to leave the ring. Meanwhile, Bill Bullock with that beautiful discus lariat wins that strike battle. Kobashi with that sneaky tag to Hangman Adam Page. I don't know if Bill Bullock's aware. He is now. Nice follow-away slam by the Hangman. We're looking for that buckshot lariat. Or we're looking to click R3 and hit the Deadeye. Sent off the ropes. Nice swinging neckbreaker by Bill Bullock, center of the ring. Trying to set Page up for something. Perhaps that prison plex, that Phoenix plex hold. Another move that you'll know when you see it. Oh, Fisherman Buster. That was not it. Senton splash by Mastiff, who is now the legal fighter for the Yard Dogs here against Page and Kobashi. Kobashi in to break it up at 1. Quick pin attempt there by Mastiff, that is. Going to work with a series of rising European uppercuts. And a nice big chop there from Mastiff. Another 2 count thwarted by Kobashi, even though I think Page was already in the process of kicking out. Good to know that his tag partner had his back nonetheless. Drops Mastiff with the DDT, and that allows Page to tag Kobashi back into the fray. Deadeye to Dave Mastiff on his way out the ring. And then a burning lariat by Kenta Kobashi. Elects not to go for the cover right away, though. That could have put Dave Mastiff down and out, and Mastiff knows it. You can see how quickly he got back to his corner to get Bullock back in the match. 15 and a half gone. No time limit in this one, much like all of the GWA matches. We just keep track of how long they take. Oh, the stomach claw! Kobashi is lucky that he was close to the ropes. That devastating stomach claw from Bill Bullock could have killed him. Big clothesline off the ropes to Kobashi from Bullock. His confidence is at an all-time high after locking in that stomach claw once. Oh, half and half suplex. May have knocked the memory out of Bullock's mind. As he's beaten down to the canvas by your champion, Kobashi. Bullock taking his frustrations out on Page and Kobashi respectively. In comes the Hangman. Setting Bullock up in the blue corner. Send off the ropes though. Nice underneath. Oh, mistimed something there, did Bill Bullock. Just sort of bounced off Adam Page, who's setting him up for something deadly. Oh no, once again sent off the ropes. Standing Spanish fly by Bill Bullock. Page tried to power his way back to his feet, got dazed, was able to make that desperation tag. Mastiff and Kobashi once again legal here. Orange Crush? No, Brainbuster to Dave Mastiff, and he spills out of the ring. Kobashi calmly walks across the ring to address Bill Bullock, who greets him with a shot to the ding-dong. Oh, double underhook into the backbreaker by Mastiff to Page on the floor. And then he hits him with an 0-1-3-16. Oh, big powerbomb by Mastiff to Page on the floor onto a chair. Meanwhile, Bill Bullock and Kobashi going back and forth in the ring. This will continue until Mastiff gets back in the ring. There's nothing the ref can do about this. Big brainbuster to Adam Page on the floor. Mastiff establishing himself. Meanwhile, in the ring, Kobashi faring pretty well against Bullock. Center of the ring, big powerbomb coming up. 1, 2, oh, Adam Page saved the matchup. Mastiff planting Kobashi, and now the cross-legged STF. He's got it locked into the GWA champion, and Adam Page saves the match again. Kobashi wisely whips Mastiff into the blue corner, tags in Hangman Adam Page. Mastiff doesn't give a hoot. Moves for everybody. Mastiff into the cover, too close to the ropes. Magic Killer to Kenta Kobashi. Page with a suplex. Trying to halt the momentum of Dave Mastiff, who is feeling it right now. Big slam. He's trying to send Mastiff to the floor, but he can't quite do it. Can Hangman Adam Page? Hits a complete shot, Scott Steiner style. Falls up with a big DDT. Mastiff able to escape? No! Oh, he does. Momentarily, it looked like Page had halted his momentum, but he got over there and got Bill Bullock tagged in and then turned his attention to Kenta Kobashi as Bullock is outside with Page. Bullock and Page have to make their way back to the ring in order for this match to continue. No count out or DQ as on the floor, as you know. Kobashi and Mastiff go tooth and claw in the ring. Another in a series of underhook wrist clutch exploders from Dave Mastiff. Kobashi doing his best to counter. Big moonsault, center of the ring. Well, not center, but in the ring, I should say. Then tries a brainbuster that Mastiff counters. Bill Bullock on the floor with Adam Page has pulled a series of baseball bats out from under the ring. Now spiking Page with a fisherman buster in the ring. Dave Mastiff putting work in. Wait a minute, Deadeye to Bill Bullock by Adam Page into the cover. 1. And Dave Mastiff saves the matchup. Bill Bullock trying to make the tag, but Kobashi blocking it. Gets sent off the ropes. Big forearm shiver. Drops Bill Bullock. Page with a quick tag to Kobashi. Bullock likewise a quick tag into Dave Mastiff. Magic Killer to the champ, the center of the ring from the Yard Dogs. Mastiff can't capitalize right away. Oh, big rolling hills. Into the cover. Page breaks it up at 1. We're getting dangerously close to 30 minutes gone in this one, and what a corker of a semi-main event it is. The return to the Yard Dogs to active tag team competition. More than holding their own against the GWA champion Kenta Kobashi and the AAA champion Adam Page. Big powerbomb. Page saves the match again. Every major move from the Yard Dogs could spell disaster if not for the teamwork of Adam Page and Kenta Kobashi. Sleeper suplex to Dave Mastiff. Hangman Adam Page tagged in. And not a moment too soon for Kenta Kobashi. They're going to trade European uppercuts. Boom, big clothesline settles things for Page. Drops Mastiff once again. Looking to do some real cowboy-ish is Hangman Adam Page. Dragged across the ring at the 30-minute mark, and in comes Bill Bullock. Yard Dogs got magic in mind, and they just killed it. Stomach claw, and that will do it. Adam Page immediately submits to the most devastating submission move in the history of wrestling. Bill Bullock and his stomach claw. Bill Bullock tapping out the AAA champion. Very interesting stuff there. Hang on one second while I update my text file. 96%. Way to get the crowd back. A couple of stinkers in the middle of this show. Way to get the crowd back, everybody. Oh yeah. And it is time for the main event. The Hall of Fame Championship on the line. Two of the most disgruntled employees here in the GWA. Michaels, is that like a D trust? The Undertaker, is that like a C trust? Oh, pardon me. Anyway, that doesn't stop us from, number one, putting them in a title match for a belt that technically doesn't belong to the GWA, so I have no problem if they quit the promotion and take it with them. And number two, we're still giving them main events, and we're going to put on high-quality matches as much as we can until they get sick of working for us, or until they calm down and learn to trust the promoter. Anyway, we are headlining a GWA show with Shawn Michaels defending the Hall of Fame Championship against The Undertaker. No special gimmick match, no special stipulations, just a straight-up, one-on-one athletic contest as only the GWA can bring you. Let's get down to the ring for your main event. Mr. Bigfoot calls for the bell, and we are underway. Shawn Michaels in the long tights with the red, white, and black hearts. The Undertaker, substantially taller, with the short hair, bandana, and Dead Man Inc. Pleather pants. Michaels, the Hall of Fame champion. Undertaker, the Hall of Fame challenger. Neither of these gentlemen a stranger to the other, nor are they a stranger to the main event scene here. Not only here in the GWA, but in wrestling promotions across the globe. There's over 15,000 people here to join us for tonight's main event. We were thrilled to have 15,000 people in the stands to help us crown tag team champions, and we were thrilled to have 15,000 plus here to witness the main event of Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker for the Hall of Fame title. It'd be cool if it was a ring. Like, I know it's not canonically in my headcanon. Let's pretend the Hall of Fame Championship is a ring and not a belt. Apparently there's only one on offer, and all of the Hall of Fame talent on our roster has to fight for it. I'm thinking primarily of Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin, Kurt Angle. Those are the ones that are Hall of Fame talent that are somewhat disgruntled to be working for us. Under that, you have like Misawa, Kobashi, Muto. Hang on. Chokeslam attempt thwarted there by Michaels. A little too early for that, and The Undertaker knows it, so he continues to wear him down with those strikes, the most effective strikes in the history of mankind, or history of humanity, has The Undertaker. Yeah, he pays me to say that. It's in his contract that I have to mention that at least once per match. So we have a good like half dozen or more that I technically consider the Hall of Fame like contenders, like literal Hall of Famers. Not that they're going to exclusively fight for the Hall of Fame championship, but for as long as the people involved in this title picture are really grumpy about working for the GWA, I don't mind keeping the title matches in and amongst them in case they quit, or, you know, they keep getting prominent roles on a show, so it should at least help them establish themselves, much like that choke slam, establishing The Undertaker as the new, no! Thought that might have been it, but Shawn Michaels just escaped. I thought we had a new Hall of Fame champion. Would have been a bit of a premature end to the contest if you say so. Oh, hang on, big last ride by The Undertaker at about the 8-minute mark. Not being paid by the hour. 2. No, Michaels out again. Rolls up The Undertaker now. Quick 1 count. Michaels has got to get a little distance here. He is in a big bad way against The Undertaker. Oh, Snake Eyes into the corner. Signature offense from the dead man. Michaels attempting to roll him up. Again, we haven't even seen 10 minutes of action here, and it has been mostly Undertaker. As soon as he's able to hit his signature stuff, things start looking pretty grim for the Heartbreak Kid. Especially out here on the floor. Big suplex onto the chair by The Undertaker. As always, no countouts or disqualifications on the floor as we just passed the 10-minute mark. Shawn Michaels is fighting for his life here. Big last ride coming up on the chair. Oh, God. Undertaker planting Michaels on the floor. Michaels, I believe, just called for the medical crew to come help him. Oh! Michaels just busted The Undertaker open. See how he responds to that blood. Michaels doing his best to hang on here. Trading strikes with The Undertaker. Not the whitest of moves. Oh, big boot from the dead man. Plants Shawn Michaels. Oh, quick roll-up attempt. 1. Oh, you can see the stain left behind. That forehand wound of The Undertaker. Blood dripping all the way down the back of the Undertaker, too, it looked like. Gasping for breath. What an intense look on the face of The Undertaker, especially now that he's been busted open. Oh, incoming choke slam! Into the cover! 1, 2, 3. The Undertaker, the winner and new Hall of Fame champion. Michaels barely put up a fight. I am disappointed. I was expecting this to go at least 20 minutes. This is going to be terrible. All right. Not terrible, but still not great. Undertaker, your new Hall of Fame champion. The 8th Hall of Fame champion. Their first reign with us. Oh yeah, let me actually have to label who the tag team champions are here. Hang on 1 second. GWA Tag first. That one, and you and you. Point. There we go. Okay, I think this still puts us at over 80 overall, and that's all I need. That's all I need. Let me get my big face on. Let me get my face right there. Oh, there we go. 85. Perfect. So, we can end the event. We had a full house. Punk's hurt for 2 months. Damn. After getting critical. After getting knocked out. Punk's out 2 months. Okay. Okay, hurt. That's disappointing. Priscilla Kelly is injured. They'll be out 4 months. Okay. AEW has sent us three pieces of talent so far. We have injured 2 of them. Just throwing that out there. Guys and girls in the GWA, maybe take it a little bit easier on the AEW talent. Oh boy. Okay, so Punk's hurt. I wrote that down. The other person getting hurt, they're not on our roster, so it technically doesn't affect us. But also, let's be nicer to the people coming in. Ooh, 16,500. They paid $40 a head. Minoru Suzuki is the new IWGP champion. We have new AEW Trios champions. Dustin Rhodes, JD Drake, and Awesome Kong, maybe? Or did I see Nyla Rose? One or the other. Okay. Okay. New NOAH Tag Team Champions. Delilah Doom is the new GCW Junior Heavyweight Champion. Wait, doesn't that make them the... like, both champions? Like, heavyweight and... Anyway, we made about $1 million. Nothing of note happened? Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Down to March. Ooh, AEW has scouted Nick Camarato. And they found Nagai in Japan. Okay. They found Chris Bay in America. Okay. I mean, they worked for us last time, so we're not necessarily going to be hiring them, but I'm trying to scout people to get them involved in the game. There's like, for as many hundreds of wrestlers as there are currently on offer on rosters and in the free agent pool, there's half, like there's twice as many, you know what I mean? There's half again as many, or however you want to say that. That same amount also exists to be found past the scanning stuff, or the scouting stuff. Okay. So our maintenance real quick. Man, the maintenance on the lounge is ridiculous. Oof, look at our expenses go up. We haven't even booked a show and we're only in like 120,000 range or more. More than. Yeah. What? Okay. Merchandise, do we... Wowzers! Sold it, sold it, sold it, sold most of it, sold it. That feels good. Save that. Human resources. Let's do the scouts real quick. Stoic and freestyle. Let's do Stoic Europe. I'm not gonna hold my breath, but sure. Stoic Europe. This one is good at I don't know what. So Strong Style America for 6 months. Okay, send those 2 scouts out. Yes, please. Save that. The only other thing I need to do is go to my personal advice and see who's not happy with their pay and see how many people aren't happy with their pay. Randy Orton, come on down. No, Randy Orton, consultation. There you go, tiny raise for you. Ilya Dragunov, must have been talking to Randy. You got it. Our junior champion deserves a little bit more money, no problem. Matt Robinson, sure. Go to the standard. Matt Robinson. Here you go, bud. Have a little raise. David Houston, you got it. There's going to be a bunch every month now. I just know it. There you go. Tiny raises. Tiny raises. Personal advice. Starting to lose trust. I don't think so, but we'll see. Okay, all that's done. Save that. Okay, we've done our maintenance. I did the maintenance on the building. I did the maintenance on the roster. Teehee, where I put out a bunch of tiny raises. And that's it. We can check our promotional stats. They're back to being indifferent. Uh-oh. Yeah, because we keep hurting the people. Uh-oh. It was normal, and now it's back to being indifferent because we keep hurting the people. I mean, I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying. That's funny. Okay. Can't dwell on that at the moment. ADBD. Yep, that's all we need to do before next week. Next week, of course, we're going to be filling that last roster spot. Hang on, let me get front and center to say this. Pow! Yeah, so next week we're going to be filling that last roster spot. We're going to be, I don't know if we're going to be expanding necessarily, but I was hoping to either hit Japan or Europe to try to start building our popularity there. And other than that, I just want to thank everyone for watching, no matter where when you happen to be. Wishing everybody chill vibes and clear skies. If you find yourself in possession of a plethora of positive energy, please share it if you can spare it. And don't forget about your old pal, the Silent G, Rad Gnarly, saying so long for now. We will be back Friday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern to get the gang back together and hopefully survive another week in 7 days to die. Until then, TTFN, let's go find somebody to spread a little love to on our way out of here. There we go. Let's go say hi to... Let's go say hi to Vert on our way out. Thanks very much, everybody. Hopefully I see you tomorrow evening. A big old group of us, like 6 to 8 of us at least. Getting together for some 7 Days to Die. Ta-ta for now, though.